Are you alright, Doctor?
It's ironic, isn't it? In many ways, the Cybermen are arguably more human than Diva.
You mean because they were once human? Perhaps. But they tried to improve themselves, didn't they? The Cybermen. But as it turned out, they got it wrong. Made themselves into, well, monsters, really. Whereas Diva, it's almost as if she took what we humans had given her and improved upon it.
We humans?
Is this where you start getting all superior and mysterious with me?
No. This is where, at last, I get to put the kettle on.
Exactly what you call grateful, are they? They should thank us. All we've done is start a bit of a revolution. Unshackled the underdog, stirred them up a bit. Haven't we? Doctor? I was saying, Doctor, we've tried to help them and now they're shooting at us.
That's often the way.
Are you alright?
I was just thinking, how about a trip to Venice, Charlie?
What? Look, we're in imminent danger of being shot to smithereens and...
I just fancy it. Popped into my head for some reason.
Run, Doctor!
They're not exactly grateful for my help, are they?
I just said... Why do I bother? Are people ever?
Yes, sometimes.
Oh, good for you. Now how about getting us away from here before they tell us outright how pleased they were for freeing all their slaves and closing down their weaponry installations?
That's what I'm trying to do, Charlie. I'm attempting to save our necks, find the TARDIS, and plan our next trip all at the same time. I think I'm overextending myself.
I'd rather think you have.
This way. There she is. There she is. Bright, bold, beautiful, and bright blue, waiting for us. Now, where's the key?
Will you hurry up?
It's in my shoe, of course. Charlie, quickly inside. And as for you lot, I don't carry weapons. I don't need them. And I must say, I think you treat your visitors here in a very shabby manner indeed. I'm glad I've managed to...
Doctor, get in!
A terrible lot. Just because I put an end to their reign of terror? Didn't they know that's what I do? There's nothing I like more than putting the kibosh on a really good vile regime.
And what do you do in your spare time, Doctor?
Have a nice cup of tea. And dematerialize for a while. I'll put the kettle on. And you put your feet up, or whatever it is you do.
Well, I'm going to check on poor Ramsey. He'll be worried about us.
He's a vortisaur, Charlie. He can't get worried. We really ought to take him home. He's looking much better these days.
Oh, must we?
Well, I think.
Were you serious?
What about?
Our going to Venice?
I don't see why not. We can go absolutely anywhere we want. Do you want?
Don't see why not. Frankly, somewhere peaceful, without being threatened with death every 5 minutes would be rather nice.
Take to bring her back, Churchwell?
I really don't know, Your Grace. I'm not sure she'd be keen.
Isn't that what we all want? Wouldn't that make everything worth it?
Perhaps.
You think not, to my Estella, than the rest of my people? You don't think that she could save us?
I do not think anything could save us, Your Grace.
Just as well. Salvation is, I think, such a dull and worthy concept. But to to see her again. Oh, when I think of when we first came to this city, they made her such sumptuous gifts. I knew they had all fallen in love with her. We alighted at the Rialto and proceeded to San Marco, and they lined the walkways and canals to see her pass, just to see what she was wearing.
It is true the people of Venice adored Estella, but even if she returned tonight, she still couldn't save us.
They gave her the book she coveted, volumes printed letter by letter onto the finest vellum, covered with the richest shot silk. She returned laughing one day, and our servants were carrying her spoils, 24 crates of fish and fruit and wine, and 100 weight of church candles.
Sir, this dwelling on the past, it isn't good. This was over 100 years ago.
Soon there'll be nothing left but the past, Churchwell. Tell me she'll be back before the end. Tell me she'll be here.
I'm not so sure I'm keen, actually.
Of course you are.
You said that we could go anywhere. Venice always sounds something of a gloomy place.
Didn't you go there on any of your travels?
Well, they weren't really travels.
You said you were a traveller.
Well, it's certainly what I'd like to be. Father wasn't keen on me striking out by myself.
Well, you can see the world now, anyway.
With you to protect me. I'm sure my family would be suitably mollified.
I'm sure they would.
They'll be shocked, I'm sure, when you eventually take me back.
Yes, they will. When we go back.
What's so special about Venice, anyway?
It's magnificent and charming and often quite silent and sinister. Last time I watched the lights spilling from palace windows onto the Grand Canal, and all the stars looked like they were trapped underwater, bursting to get out.
This place is gloomy enough.
And you get all these people swishing past in their gondolas, gorging themselves on fruit and cakes. The whole place lights up wonderfully at night and looks new. In the morning it's all desolate and ruined.
Couldn't you do something about tidying this place up?
The TARDIS, what's wrong with it?
For a really futuristic ship, what you ought to have is gleaming white surfaces and bright flashing controls and... I mean, it's the 1930s now, Doctor. This place is like something out of Jules Verne.
It might be the 1930s to you, Charlie. For me, it's nothing of the kind.
And which decade is it for you? You've been a little evasive about that. You can't shock me, you know. I've heard enough outrageous things by now.
Which decade? All of them. None of them. I don't really know anymore. We're about to arrive.
When? You were talking about the early Venetian Renaissance before, when you were muttering and fiddling with your coordinates. You made the 16th century sound entertaining. Have you managed to find it?
No, it's the 23rd century.
So it isn't the Venetian Renaissance then?
Not really, no.
Good.
That's not so good. It isn't what you'd call the best time to drop in on Venice.
Why, what's wrong with it?
There's not a great deal of it left.
Tomorrow morning. I can't stop myself from hoping that tomorrow morning I'll see her again. That she'll come walking back into the palace. Is it too late to say I know what a fool I was?
It is really, sir.
I gambled on the one thing I had no right to. I can still see the look in her eyes at the second I made my stake. Neither she nor I could believe I'd bargained on the only thing I could never replace. She looked so hurt, and then that look hardened. I had betrayed her in the only way she could never forgive. Of course she had to curse me. Of course she had to curse this whole city.
It isn't her curse. This place would die even without Estella's intervention.
Ah, see, my dear, how corrupt we are. When even my servants contradict me. Contradict me again, Churchwell, and I will have you skewered.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Grace.
Estella, my people are waiting for me. They need their count to watch over the last of their revels. They are expecting me, I think, to deliver them from your evil.
I've never been here at this time before.
Is it dangerous? I mean, obviously, what I really want is for you to put me in the midst of a really life-threatening situation. I'd really like that. Oh, you'd notice that, of course.
It all depends how long there is before the whole place goes tumbling and crumbling into the war-made Adriatic. But by the looks of it, we're safe enough on an upper story. It looks to me as if the lower stories of some of those palaces out there have vanished completely.
Look at the state of this place. It's all seen better days. I'd be ashamed to have carpets like this. No wonder it's deserted.
If I remember rightly, most people cleared out at the last minute, right before the Great Crash. It'll be something to see, Charlie. Venice is one of the great old cities of Earth. Imagine seeing it sink, watching the marble facades cracking and dropping.
I'm not sure I'd want to be around, really.
Oh, I would. There might only be days left. Or hours, or minutes.
You're trying to unsettle me.
Am I?
You know you are.
Look, here's someone. Maybe they haven't evacuated completely. Madam, good morning.
It's 6 in the evening, young man. Are you drunk?
Certainly not.
They're mostly drunk. They seem to think it's the thing to do.
Fatalism.
Seems like a fair enough response to me.
They're all here for the party. That's what they think it is.
And it isn't?
Crazed aristocrats, madmen, inveterate revelers, all of them here for the final carnival of all. I don't know what they're expecting, besides a great deal of destruction. They'll all die, of course.
And you? Why are you here?
Is he always this impertinent?
Me?
Sometimes he's downright rude. He forgets about things like good manners and introductions. I'm Charlie Pollard, and he's the doctor.
Eleanor Lavish. I can't say he's any worse than some of them that have made it here recently. At least he's made an effort to dress up in a dignified fashion. Most of them wear their carnival costumes all day and night and lie about in drunken stupor.
We aren't revelers. Well, not usually.
No?
The doctor has got this scientific curiosity.
I'm curious about all sorts of things. I'm interested in why people would flock to a place that is about to be destroyed. I mean, what must be going through their minds? They must have a very good reason.
A last look at the frescoes? Perhaps they want to loot the treasuries that are already slipping beneath the waves. Maybe they all have a death wish and want to enact it in the most glamorous place they can conceive of. I think that all of the above are true.
Why are you here?
I'm too old to go gallivanting off. This is where I belong.
There'll be nothing here soon. It'll turn back into the lagoon it once was.
I can hardly wait. I'll get some peace. I'll find myself some opulent ballroom and watch the chandeliers grow extravagant beards of lichen and weed, and the monstrous fish take up residence in the sepulchral boudoirs of ancient princesses.
It sounds rather nice.
But you'll be dead.
I don't have the time to start up elsewhere. No. Far better that I slip quietly below the surface with the rest of my life.
Thanks, Doctor.
What have I done?
You were supposed to bring me somewhere gorgeous on holiday. We were supposed to get out of that gothic nightmare of a ship of yours to somewhere lovely. This is worse than ever. You've brought me somewhere horrible where everyone wants to die.
I was only telling you what you wanted to know. If you want cheering up, talk to some of the revelers. They seem to be having a nice enough time, if that's the kind of shallow person you are. I did think you seemed a rather more sensible young lady.
I am. All I meant was, I didn't expect to be here in the middle of some ghastly natural disaster, that's all.
There isn't anything natural about it, my dear.
Venice has been sinking for years. It was always on the cards.
On the cards. Oh, that's rich. That's very good. No, that gradual process of the water's crepitation and the very natural decay of a metropolis built on the murky waters of a lagoon, that isn't what we're talking about. Venice will die because of the curse.
Ah, yes. Now we're getting to it. Okay, Charlie, do you want to ask her or shall I?
Oh, you do it, Doctor. You know you love it.
Right, so tell me, Ms. Lavish, what curse?
Ha! That's as much as you'll get, my dear. As usual, far too much. But perhaps you will hear from me again. Yes, I'm sure that we will bump into each other again as the situation, the cataclysm, we might say, worsens. But I have told you quite enough for now.
Wait, where are you going?
We have to keep on the move, we last few denizens. We haven't the time to stand around moping. You will learn this. There will be time enough afterwards to loll about, when we're all with the fishes. For now, there are things to be looking at, a whole city to comb through, each nook and cranny, for the very last time. I suggest the two of you get moving.
She's crazy. She's completely out of her tree.
Riddled and mildew is the stone and wood and everything else around us. All of it rotten and senseless.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, come on, let's get out of here. You heard what she said. There's a party going on out there. A last desperate carnival. One really fantastic apocalyptic knees up. Would you consider missing that for all the world?
No, I don't suppose I would.
Let's go then, Charlie. I want to have a good old poke around. And what we need is transport.
I haven't the time to argue with you, Churchwell. Look out there. They're swarming in the streets. They're massing in the hundreds in their gaudy finery. All for the final night of the carnival.
I know, Your Grace, but we have a responsibility, do we not, to those who come after us? To rescue the treasures Your Grace has accrued over the years. We ought to make sure they survive our...
Our what, Churchwell? Our deaths? You're right. Of course you are. All of that lot out there. Everyone downstairs in the stateroom and the ballroom. All will perish within the next 24 hours. None of us will stand the slightest chance. It seems rather academic, may I say, to agitate and fulminate over the fate of a few objects and paintings.
A few paintings? Your Grace, you entrusted me with the care of your collection, and that is simply what I am attempting, to the best of my meager abilities, to do. We have to ship your delectable heirlooms out of the city before it is too late. We have to do it for the sake of future generations. This is art we're talking about.
I never had any stomach for art.
But your forebears did. Your Estella did. That is why your collection is so important.
Anyhow, the last boats have gone. You know that. This late in the game, anything that was going to be salvaged has already been taken. Everything left, including each and every one of ourselves, is doomed. Leave me, dear Churchwell. It's ever so sweet to see you worked up like this, but to be honest, you're boring me now.
You cannot bring Estella back, Your Grace. No matter how much you hope, it will not happen tonight.
Don't tell me what can and cannot happen, Churchwell. You are my curator. You are not the arbiter of possibility. Leave me. Return to your gallery. Or better, descend with me to the stateroom and attend the celebrations.
I may, Your Grace, but I want to see the collection again before I do.
Go then.
Doctor, I think I've changed my mind.
You have?
I've decided to enjoy myself. All right, so you've brought me somewhere that's on the brink of calamity, as usual, and we'll be lucky to get out by the skin of our teeth. But it's still beautiful. Oh, it's still
Venice. It's somewhere fantastic and dreamlike, at its doomed apotheosis.
Something like that.
See, I knew you'd cheer up once we were out on the canals.
Oh, it's quite amazing. Our gondolier has even got webbed fingers and toes.
I wondered if you'd noticed that.
And he's got a remarkable physique.
I'll snooze, I think, while you chat him up.
Only you could snooze on the day of judgment.
Actually, I'm lying back here in the depths of melancholic thought. I think, just as you've cheered up, I've caught a chill of gloom.
Oh, wonderful.
You two aren't like the others.
Oh, you're listening.
I am Pietro.
Charlie, and he's the doctor, asleep over there.
Not asleep, thinking, having profound thoughts.
Of course, Doctor. Tell me, how are we different, Pietro?
Not drunk, not laughing. You're both respectful. You do know what's happening.
We've been told.
Yeah, everyone knows what's happening to our city. That's why they come here, the revelers. They take the city from us. They don't respect us. I like you, Charlie, for that fact alone. The city belongs to us and you share our mourning. And your friend, he seems very moved.
He is.
I was here when it was still being built, when it still smelled like a swamp. Smell now. It smells of damp wool. There's still a trace of the primordial world beneath. A foretaste. Yes, I've been here again and again, Pietro. I'm here to pay my respects.
Good.
What will you do, Pietro? Will you get away?
I'll be here. All the canal people will still be here. The city will be ours again when it returns to the water. We're waiting for it to happen.
Yes, of course. I can see how you might be. Ah, we're here. Pietro, could you... This museum, a fine collection, as I remember.
Art?
Yes, Charlie, art.
I thought we were looking for a party. I'm not sure I want to look at some old pictures.
Surrealist paintings, actually, in one of my favourite spots. There's a fantastic trattoria nearby, run by a bunch of the most amiable ex-actresses.
Ah, they've fled.
Oh, never mind. Come along, Charlie. If I remember rightly, they've got all sorts of things by Rene Magritte, Max Ernst, people from your era.
Rabble and scum. That's all we'll see until the end. Those two weren't any different. Not really. They're probably here to join a cult. They probably are a cult, all by themselves, expecting the place to rise to its former glories, all of its own accord, magically. There isn't any such thing as magic, Doctor, Charlie. Nothing is going to happen here. The pattern is set, more's the pity.
It's most irregular, you know. It's most irregular indeed.
I'm an irregular kind of guy.
We don't open for private showings. This is the Duke's private collection.
He won't mind, we're old friends.
Really?
No. Do you know, I used to be terribly good at name-dropping and bluffing my way into places, and these days I can't do it for toffee. Oh, go on, Mr. Churchwell. Let me see the Max Ernst pictures. Just me.
How do you know my name?
It's on your badge. But your mother, it was she who fostered your love of painting, wasn't it? Who didn't laugh like your father did when they found you had no talent of your own? Who encouraged you to study and get your PhD?
How could you possibly know about me?
I know about all sorts of things, Francis Churchwell. More than you could imagine. Now, let the dog see the rabbit.
I should be pleased, really. No one else will ever see these things again. The Duke himself has no interest. Soon they'll all be rotting under the sea.
Well, that's terrible. What can he be thinking of? He's very lucky to have a good man like you as his curator. A man of integrity and vision, whose love of art above all else makes him stay here in this city, on the brink of collapse.
I'll give you my special deluxe guided tour. You're a man of intellect and discrimination, obviously. Do walk this way.
Pietro!
Ah, you left your doctor friend. Looking at his paintings, is he?
I wanted to talk to you more. I want to know more.
You're curious, Charlie, but we gondoliers aren't really meant to speak with revelers. It's always been like that.
I don't care. I'm no snob. Where can we go to talk?
Well, it's too open here. There is a place nearby where my people rest. Quickly, come with me.
What's the hurry?
Look, them.
Who are they?
You don't want to get caught up with them, Charlie. Best keep away from that set. They're the cult of Estella. Grave robbers and fanatics. Him at the head, in the black headdress. The one looking so superior. He's their high priest, Vincenzo. A nasty piece of work.
Search everywhere, you fools. It must be here on the left bank. We have only hours remaining. It is the last thing we need. And then we shall see. Then we can show them all.
Thanks, Pietro. Are they dangerous? They look horrible.
You don't want to cross them. Let them go by. Then we'll meet with the others.
Search everywhere. Keep searching. Until I give the order otherwise. Search! Search!
They've gone.
I don't know what they're doing here. People say the cult has its base here on the left bank, but no one knows where. It isn't often they're seen in daylight, parading in their robes.
They're certainly up to something.
The Duke Orsino's much-prized, reserved collection of unattributed paintings. I had them hung so he could take one last look.
They're marvellous. Unattributed, you say? I like this one with all the volcanoes and the foxes running around in their smart little outfits. And this one of the lady in the great big glass jar.
That is from the Duke's grandfather's collection.
It's criminal, the idea that all of these things will be destroyed.
I have given up hope now. When the time comes, I will seal myself in the vault with the reserved collection of erotic etchings.
It can't be as bad as all that, surely.
Ah, it is good to meet a true lover of art before the end.
Why has the Duke lost interest?
Oh, all he can be bothered about is the loss of his great love, Estella.
Walked out on him, did she?
100 years ago, precisely.
I see. She must have been, what do you call it, very beautiful.
She was famed and lauded, Venice's last true queen. She left him and cursed this whole city.
I'm afraid I don't believe in curses.
A rationalist?
Not exactly. I just look for the best in people. Why would anyone curse a city where they were loved?
If one is betrayed, one is apt to do all sorts of things.
Is there a portrait of the famed Estella? I'd like to see her.
No portrait exists.
I can't believe that. The artists of this country have always loved producing portraits of their famous ladies. I remember Isabella d'Este when she was 19, demanding that Titian do her one, and Leonardo knock out a quick sketch. And then she had Agostino Barbarigo work for years on her likeness. Surely someone painted Estella?
Never. She wouldn't have it. Her beauty was ineffable. You sound almost like the cultists, Doctor. They have besieged me for years, as this 100th anniversary of her leaving has approached. They are convinced we hoard Estella's likeness somewhere here. Because they worship her in their infernal ceremonies, they believe they have a claim on such an object.
Cultists, eh? I don't much like the sound of that.
A gang of superstitious misfits, obsessed with bringing her back from the dead.
You think she's dead?
100 years have passed.
Yet you claim the Duke has lived that long and is living still.
That is the nature of his curse. To live 100 years, unchanging, and learn to regret her loss.
I see.
You really don't know much about us, do you, Doctor?
I know one thing. This painting here, I think I've seen it before.
The one with the volcanoes and the foxes in overcoats.
It's not exactly surrealist. It's simply out of its context. I saw it far from here, very far. You know it shouldn't be on this world at all.
Really, Doctor? Come, I think our tour has reached its end.
Churchwell, listen to me. Please. What if I were to tell you that these treasures of yours needn't perish with the city after all? What if I told you I have the means to remove them and get them safely away? What would you say then?
The last boats have gone, Doctor. Only the dregs of us remain here. The exits to the lagoon have been sealed.
Nevertheless, I have the means. I have a ship.
But you can't
It's called the TARDIS. It's trustworthy and watertight, and she's my oldest friend in the world.
We'd have heard if there was still a boat berthed here. We would know.
Like me, Churchwell, the TARDIS is extremely discreet.
And you would help me?
Of course. Hang on, where's Charlie?
Who?
The girl I came in with. She was just behind me.
You came in alone, Doctor. I saw no one else.
Charlie?
Doctor, wait! You must tell me. Where is this ship you told me of?
You're honored, Charlie. We don't usually allow anyone other than family members into this place.
It's a bit shabby, isn't it?
It's where we rest. And where we... Everyone thinks the gondoliers are beaten into submission. That we're merely servants, a dull but sentient form of free public transport. But here, we gather and plot.
I'm glad to hear it. But everyone looks half dead.
We're in a time of decadence and lethargy. What do you expect? We've been ground under the heel of a duke who's ruled for 100 years. A malign, self-indulgent duke.
Well, Pietro, that's my interest and sense of social justice peaked. Honestly, Doctor, how do you always manage to get me embroiled like this? And meanwhile, I suppose he's off having his own adventures.
Sit down, Charlie, and I'll tell you our history.
Charlie!
No sign of her. The gondola's still here?
It's almost dark. This is the last dusk we'll see. Doctor, you must help me.
Look, Churchwell, it was very kind of you and all to show me around your pictures, but my friend has gone missing now. And I'm sorry, but I don't have time to listen to your tales of curses and dukes.
He gambled her away in a game of cards. He staked the thing he valued most and he lost her. He has had a century to regret what he did.
I'm sure it's a terrible and tragic tale and everything, but I have to be going.
Some say Estella committed suicide thereafter by flinging herself into the Grand Canal, but with her dying breath cursed him and the city to 100 years more life. The Duke Orsino would live a century unaged, as indeed he has, tortured with grief and remorse.
I'm not surprised. Flung herself into the Grand Canal, did you say?
Wearing her wedding dress.
And we gondoliers believe that the Duke searches for his beloved's remains. He does this secretly, by night. He sends his spies all over the dwindling city, and he hopes that he might bring her to life again, and so lift her curse.
Bring her to life? He thinks he can do that?
We believe the Duke thinks he can.
Wouldn't that be the best thing? If the sentence of doom was lifted and you could all carry on as before?
We gondoliers don't want things to carry on as before. Why would we? Would you want to be subjugated and used by a decadent aristocracy?
I see your point.
No. We wait patiently for the end. We want the curse to be played out. We want the city to meet its watery fate, and then it will be ours again.
Where is she? I should never have let her out of my sight.
The revelers will be massing soon for the final mask. You will never find her in these streets.
I have to try. I brought her here. I was promising her a holiday and a lovely time, and I've gone and lost her. The last place I took her to was no picnic either. She'll think I'm awful.
Venice is alive with desperation and villainy of all kinds. It teems with thieves and assassins. It isn't safe for us out here. Come back with me to the museum.
I can't. I only just managed to get us away alive from the last place in the nick of time. I'd never forgive myself if something happened here.
The cultists will be out on the streets by now. They know I work for the Duke. They are pledged to destroy everything he holds dear. It isn't safe for me, Doctor.
You're very jumpy, Churchill. You're starting to make me a little nervous.
Venice teaches you to watch your back, Doctor.
Look, Pietro, I must get back to the doctor. It's late.
We need you, Charlie. It's no accident we met.
Oh, yes?
The revelers are all waiting for Estella to return, and the Duke strives to produce her for them. We need to put an end to his strivings. My people are content to wait for their just rewards. I, however, think we need to do something more. And you've come to me, wanting to help our cause.
How can I help with that? What do you want me to do? Assassinate him?
Go to him. He needs a decoy, someone who can inveigle herself into the palace and his affections. You need to distract him as the city tears herself apart.
It would have to be a rather large distraction to make him miss that.
We need you to become Estella, reincarnated. This you can do for us.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm going.
You will do this for us, Charlie. You will become the embodiment of the Duke's beloved.
Doctor, oh, I've got palpitations. I'm not up to all this. Tearing off into the night like this. Haven't a clue where we are now. I don't recognize anything.
Round here, follow me. Now, my geography's sketchy, naturally. I mean, after everywhere I've been, it would be, wouldn't it? But I've got a fantastic nose for finding my way, blindly, intuitively. Oh.
That doesn't look right, does it?
It can't be a dead end. We should be back at the canal.
I'm afraid the city loops back and alters itself out of capriciousness. The sea fog comes in and corrupts the topography at will. Every schoolchild knows that.
Well, maybe if we just double back
We
and...
could have stayed in the museum. It was safe there. I wish I'd locked myself in the vault in the first place. Why didn't you help me, Doctor? Why didn't you bring your ship and help me get my collection away?
I'm sorry, it's too late for that, Churchill. Look.
The cultists. They've found us.
Churchwell, at last.
They've got us, Doctor.
Now wait, you lot. Don't do anything hasty.
You can't reason with the likes of them.
So, we have you on the eve of the anniversary of the Lady Estella's death. Can't you see how it was all meant to be? Guards, render them both unconscious, would you? We have you now, and it will be your honor to bear witness to her resurrection.
Stayed in the museum. It was safe there. I wish I'd locked myself in the vault in the first place. Why didn't you help me, Doctor? Why didn't you bring your ship and help me get my collection away?
I'm sorry, it's too late for that, Churchill. Look.
The cultists. They've found us.
Churchwell, at last.
They've got us, Doctor.
Now wait, you lot. Don't do anything hasty.
You can't reason with the likes of them.
So, we have you on the eve of the anniversary of the Lady Estella's death. Can't you see how it was all meant to be? Guards, render them both unconscious, would you? We have you now, and it will be your honor to bear witness to her resurrection.
You have have led me straight into their hands.
Oh, I don't believe this. Locked up again.
You aren't part of the cult by any chance, are you?
That sort of thing has never appealed much. Too many rules. It's all a bit solemn. Going around in robes and things, chanting. It's not for me.
But you have managed to deliver me straight into their lair.
We're in their lair, are we? How fascinating. Mind you, it looks like 100 other lairs I've been in. Dust, brick wells, old blankets, damp. I bet there are a few old rats in here too, just for authentic charm.
No one knows where this is. We could be anywhere.
Knocked out, blindfolded, banged up in a cellar. It's all par for the course.
Not for me, it's not.
Feels like we're under sea level. My ears are doing funny things. Are yours?
My ears are still ringing.
We're definitely under sea level. Can't you feel the tension in the air? This isn't exactly the safest place to be tonight.
By morning, we'll all be under sea level. If we don't get our throats slit first.
Come on then. I think you should tell me, what are they after?
The portrait. They think I know where the portrait of Estella is hidden.
But you told me it didn't exist.
It doesn't. But how do you convince a bunch of fanatics of that?
I see your problem. I wouldn't fancy a crowd like that dogging my footsteps.
I've managed to keep out of their way for years. That's why I never went out into the city at night.
At least you're confronting your fears now. Why do they want the picture anyway? Would it be worth going to all this bother?
It would to them. They're frightfully mixed up in necromancy and arcane lore. They believe the portrait will give them the key to resurrecting the Duke's beloved. They think they can do this tonight.
There's a breeze.
It doesn't matter if we catch a chill. We'll all be dead soon anyhow.
No, I mean there's a breeze coming through a passageway. I've found our way out.
We'll never get through that.
Yes, you will. I'll help you, Churchill. Come on. Think of it as a whole new aesthetic experience.
Listen.
The distant sound of ceremonials. I wonder if they're into sacrifice as well. They usually are that type.
No one is quite sure what they get up to.
Then let's go and find out.
The carnival will reach its final moment with us. Together at last. I am here, my lord. I am here, my lord. Together at last. You must take me, my lord. We must hold the ceremonials of first light. Together at last. Together at last. I love you, Charlie. I am here, my lord. I am here, my lord. I am returned to you. I am here to marry you once more. What did you make me drink?
Nothing that will harm you. Just something to make you see things from our point of view.
I was already sympathetic. You didn't have to drug me.
Oh, look, Charlie. Look at the palace, lighting up the canal. The final great ball has begun. What do you think of your gown? Your mask? Are you surprised we peasants can conjure up such finery, even down to the jeweled slippers? This apparel has waited for you, for just this night. We've kept it ready for you, through the long generations. We fished it from the water, Estella's very own wedding dress, and kept it prepared for this night.
Thank you, but you needn't have bothered.
We're almost ready. Compose yourself now. You have a duke to impress. We are here. Let me take your arm. Can't you smell disaster in the air? The whole city knows this is its last night on Earth.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do.
I'll lead you into the stateroom, where, no doubt, the Duke sits lugubriously on his golden throne, surrounded by his giggling lackeys and myrmidons. I'll present you to him. They'll draw back in horror and surprise. And when you see him, you will find the words.
You're quite sure of that, are you?
Don't talk now. Relax into the drug. They're all so keen for Estella to reappear, they'll seize upon you immediately. You in this dress, masked in this fashion. The very image of his missing beloved. Come now. Follow me.
You must take me, my lord. We must hold the ceremonials in first light.
It doesn't feel too safe down here. The walls are creaking like they're ready to burst.
We're not going to make it out of this, are we?
What kind of attitude is that? Of course we are. I've been in much worse scrapes than this, you know.
Well, I haven't.
I'll just enjoy it. You've no idea.
We should have stayed where we were. where they left us. They'll be furious to find out we've gone.
In my experience, they never are. In the end, the people locking you up prefer it if they can chase after you. They love it. It provides an excuse for them to come back and rough you up a bit.
It all seems hopeless.
Existential angst, eh? A bit. It is exciting, though, isn't it? Really, deep down, you must be a bit excited.
What?
Look, here we are at the very end of Venice. We're being hunted through the night. We're in a tunnel. There are secrets here somewhere, danger, romance.
You do this kind of thing a lot, don't you?
Most of the time.
You're a very strange man, Doctor.
Someone has to do it. Someone has to poke their noses into things.
Oh, why? Why can't you leave well alone?
Because if I didn't, everything would just go on the same. This whole situation with everything just sinking into the water and you lot giving in, it's the perfect metaphor. I can't bear it. You have to struggle. You have to make it better. There's corruption here. There's a whiff of something wrong.
And you're the man to sort it out.
Every time.
You'll get yourself killed.
Maybe.
You're some kind of neurotic addict, aren't you?
Certainly not. I just don't like nastiness and people getting away with it.
That sounds a rather, if you'll forgive me, innocent view.
That's as maybe, but I'm sticking to it. It's got me this far.
Where are you from, Doctor? Really?
A place not too dissimilar to here. Here we are. There's an opening.
Look at them, Charlie. Feasting, drinking. And below their very feet, the water is rising. As far as this rabble is concerned, my people are already dead. What do they care?
Pietro, what have you done to me? I have no control over my legs, my whole body. It's like being inside someone else's mind.
You have to do this.
This Duke, what's he like?
A weak man, an indulgent man. He's lorded it over all of us for decades.
And you'll just offer me up to him, just like that?
I have to, Charlie. My people don't all agree. They think this is foolhardy. But any chance we get, we must grasp it. And you must do this for us.
But I've been your friend. I've tried to understand.
We can't afford to regard anyone as friends.
I trusted you.
I don't believe in trust. Why should I? I mean, what am I to them? Just some lowly gondolier, a lower form of life. One fit merely to carry people about the place and serve them. Since when did trust mean anything?
You're pushing me into the lion's den. You're handing me over to him.
I have to. But I will stay with you. You've listened. You care what becomes of us.
What is he going to do with me?
I don't know.
What do I say to him?
We're near the state wing. We're almost there.
Pietro, tell me what to do.
You'll know. The drug will take possession of you. Just repeat what you hear in your mind. No harm will come to you.
You can promise that, can you?
Truthfully, no, I can't. But by tomorrow morning, all who live on land are likely to be dead anyway.
Oh, I was forgetting that. Doctor, how did you get me into this?
In all likelihood, your friend will be long gone by now.
He would never leave me.
He would if he had any sense. This city has become a poisonous place. Now, be quiet. Be still. Let the drug work its magic. For all our sakes, allow yourself to become Estella.
You found us another prison cell. Well done. I'm tired, Doctor. I'm an old man. I expected to die quietly with dignity tonight, not on an assault course in the underground den of a horde of religious fanatics.
I don't think it's a cell. Look, it's more like a mausoleum.
You're right. This is gold. A golden casket. Tell me that isn't a bomb.
No, indeed. Look, it's a clock. Counting down the hours.
What have we walked into?
I rather think that with my usual combination of insouciance and hapless bravado, I've led us straight into the cultist's holy of holies.
Oh, Mother of God!
And do you know what I think is in this casket?
Don't touch it!
Now who's superstitious, Churchwell? You're as bad as that chanting lot out there. It's only a coffin. There's only a corpse inside.
Doctor, don't!
No, we've come this far. Look what we've found. Now, give me a hand. I want to get this thing over.
Almost there, Charlie. Listen as they all cry out. They gasp as much as the presence of a lowly gondolier in their midst, a stinking amphibian, as much as they gasp at you.
Don't pull me along. I can walk by myself.
Duke Orsino, listen to me. I've brought you a gift. Orsino, listen to me.
What is this creature? How does he dare to present himself before us?
Look at who this creature has brought before you, Orsino.
Have the wretched hobgoblin removed. Throw him into the canal.
Get your guards away from me. I've a knife placed ready at her back.
What do I care?
Look at her, Orsino.
A woman in a mask. There are hundreds here in Venice tonight. Why should I be held to ransom for the sake of one? I have my pick.
Now, Charlie, it's time.
Listen to him, Orsino. All of you, listen to me. Yes, you know me. I have returned, beloved. You know me now, don't you? Not quite as I was then, perhaps, but my essence has returned. I waited so long to be born again.
Estella?
That is whom you are all waiting for, isn't it? That is whom you are praying for. Then why do you look so shocked? Look, this dress. Is it not the dress I married you in?
It can't be you.
You want me to forgive you. That's why you want me back before you. So I can tell you I don't mind that you lost me in a game of cards like you would a servant or a horse.
Be quiet, my love. Don't. Let us talk about this in private.
Everyone must hear, Orsino. Everyone must know that I forgive you and that I have come back for you.
I think we should leave it alone, Doctor.
One more good shove should do it.
But it's her tomb.
Yes, it doesn't smell very nice, does it?
What have we done? What have you made me do? This is desecration. They'll murder us.
Stop backing away. Come back. We have to see Churchwell. Look, we found her.
Huh? Are you sure?
It has to be.
This is like a dream.
Most things are, in my experience. Now, take my arm. Look inside.
There's nothing but dust inside. Nothing.
She's already gone.
Crumbled into nothing?
No, removed. Someone's taken her away. Every scrap of her except this.
Those are her jewels. Her necklace.
They're fantastic.
It really was her tomb, wasn't it?
It sort of looks like that, doesn't it? Here, help me put this lid thing back. I'll take the baubles for safekeeping.
They are here. They are here in the sacred tomb.
Oh, great.
Guards, take them. No, do not kill them yet.
This isn't how it looks.
And how does it look, Doctor?
I mean, we were just exploring and we happened upon this funny little room and...
It rather looks to me that you desecrated Our Lady's resting place.
Have we? Is it?
This casket. I can't believe even you two are so dim not to have noticed the golden sarcophagus containing her sublime, immortal remains.
Oh, would you look at that? I'd completely overlooked it. Did you see it, Churchwell?
Yes.
You will be put to death for this.
That's rather harsh.
They're cultists. I told you they're funny like that.
You have a chance. We are not as intractable as you might think. I shall offer you a choice, the lesser of two evils.
You've no right to treat us like this, you know.
I shall treat you howsoever I desire, Doctor.
Oh, go on then. What's the choice you're offering us? Something crazed and dreary, I expect.
Either we put you to a painful death now, or you go to beard the Duke Orsino in his depraved den.
You want us to do your dirty work for you?
Top marks, Churchwell. Fanatics never want to get their hands dirty. It's why they always wear gloves.
If you retrieve the missing portrait of Our Lady Estella from the Ducal Palace and bring that revered object back to us, we will allow you to live and see the dawning of our marvelous new era.
Oh, you fools! I've told you again and again, no such portrait exists.
Of course it exists. You told me you saw it, Churchwell. You told me yourself. It was hanging up in the ducal apartments.
Doctor, why are you lying to them? I said no such thing.
You did. You said it was as portraits go, rather nice.
We knew that you were lying. We knew the portrait was there for the taking. Your friend has betrayed you, Churchwell.
Yes, I do seem to have done that, don't I?
Now, I command you to infiltrate the foolish Duke's ludicrous sacrilegious ball and bring us back the portrait. You have 2 hours. Go! Guards, show them the way.
Return to your entertainments. Fools, leave us to talk. Gorge yourselves and dance. And when you are finally sated, then you may look upon your duke. You, old woman, why do you stand staring at me like that? Don't you understand me? I said leave us!
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm Eleanor Lavish. I was given to understand that your guests could come and go as they pleased in the palace this evening. Tonight of all nights.
You try my patience, old woman.
I'm only here to pay my respects, my lord.
Nevertheless, I have business to attend to with this troll gondolier and...
And the Duke's beloved, the reincarnation of his lost Duchess, Estella.
Why should I listen to you? A troglodyte, a web-footed scavenger. Who are you to return her to me?
You know the legend.
Put about by those demented priests who claim they worship my beloved. What do they know?
They did say Estella would return on this night, brought into your realm by the lowliest of the low. I'm the lowliest here, obviously. Pietro, at your service.
Estella, is it really you?
It is, my lord.
You recognize me? You forgive me?
My lady will be satisfied with nothing less than your plighting yourself to her once more. You must believe in her, Orsino. You must marry her again at dawn in full sight of your people.
No, it's a trick. It's all some ghastly trick. You can't be Estella. After all this time, I'm not sure I'd recognize her. Even if she did come traipsing back in here in gilded, jeweled slippers.
I am here, lord.
I'm an old man. I may not look it because of the curse you placed on my head. But inside, my mind is as fragile and decayed as any of the palaces along the Grand Canal. Of course, I'd seize at the chance of your forgiving me. I've grown so weary of this hideously prolonged life of mine. I've even dreamed of dying naturally, at last, when this night came. Of course, I would pray that you'd return, as the cultists always warned. I prayed that we would find each other again, be able to die at last, blissfully together. But can it be you?
Can you take the chance that it isn't?
What do you mean, Toad?
If you reject her, my lord, then what will happen? Look about you. These revelers, this horde of pleasure-hungry dilettantes, they're only here to see the fulfillment of the curse and to discover whether the legends are true. What will happen if they're not appeased? Can you imagine an end to this affair in the dawn, in which there's no climax, no wonderful denouement? Miss Lavish, wouldn't you be disappointed?
I never truly believed the legend, but even so, I would be disappointed.
Listen to the people of your city, Orsino. Even this old woman has an opinion.
I see what you mean.
You must take me, my lord. We must hold the ceremonials at first light. The carnival must reach its final moment with us together at last, to appease the masked rabble you've assembled.
But are you she? I must know for sure.
All that matters is that I am convincing. I must convince them or they will turn on you. Isn't that what you have fretted over? More than your desire to actually see me again?
Perhaps.
Selfish as ever, my lord. Nevertheless, you will marry me.
I don't see that you have much choice.
Then I have found you, reborn. I no longer need to scour the city for your mortal remains. Your old body can go to the fishes for all I care. I have you at last, Estella.
You have.
We must prepare for the nuptials. You remember where your apartments are, of course?
I think
I'll take her.
You will need help. You, old woman. You will help this lady to prepare for the dawn.
Oh, so I have my uses now, do I? So now you can start ordering me around.
You will do as I command. Take her. Take my beloved and her toad and prepare for our marriage.
Your beloved?
She has returned to me. She has come to me with forgiveness.
At least they've got a nice vaporetto. We're traveling in style today, Churchill.
Stuck with them now, Doctor. Stuck with a whole retinue of mad chanting priests on a boat. All of them worshipping a body that isn't even where they think it is.
Keep your voice down. We don't want them to know, do we?
But they must know already. They must.
They wouldn't desecrate the tomb. As far as these dupes are concerned, Estella's still inside the thing. They'll get a nasty surprise when they expect her to come tripping out. Did you notice the clock?
What about it?
It was ticking down the hours and the minutes to dawn. Presumably that's when it all happens.
We're all going to die horribly, aren't we? One way or another.
I should never have had you get mixed up in all of this. I've lost Charlie. She could be anywhere. She isn't used to things like this. Anything could have happened to her.
Behold, the Ducal Palace.
We have nothing to fear from the Duke, Doctor. These idiots are taking us to safety. He's my friend. He won't betray us.
How can you be so sure? I don't like what I've heard about him so far.
Oh, they're delivering us to safety, Doctor. I'm sure of it. And your friend, the girl, will turn up. And you can find your ship, the one you told me about. And we can leave this doomed city in time with all the paintings. We can rescue the whole collection, can't we? Can't we, Doctor? You said yourself it would be a crime if the paintings were spoiled. We'll be safe, won't we?
I'll get us all to safety, Churchill. You'll see.
You're taking us in. The carnival is at its height.
Prepare yourselves, servants of Our Lady. Make ready to set about your task.
Why do religious types always regale you with histrionic imperatives? It's hard to get any kind of decent conversation out of them.
Silence, Doctor!
That's the other thing. They always shout. Silence. As if they're the only ones worth listening to. Fanatics always get on my nerves.
Oh, don't aggravate them, Doctor.
I can't see what they want some old portrait for anyway. They're very keen on art.
I told you. There are dark powers at work here.
Great. That makes me much happier. Now I'm meant to be scared of something I don't even believe in.
Oh, no one's been in here for years. It's thick with dust. Look at the state of it.
No one's been in for exactly 100 years. That's the point.
You'd think he'd have kept it tidier, though, Miss Lavish. It's hardly respectful, is it?
We can rest here. Rest and think.
Well, thank you, Pietro. Thanks for everything. What do? I show a smidgen of interest in the plight of the underclass, and what do I get in return? Held at knife point, dressed up in an admittedly fabulous but impractical frock, and then I end up being forced to marry some ancient madman as the city collapses around us. This isn't what I would call a fantastic night out.
Be quiet. I have to think.
Oh, yes, and you drug and hypnotize me, so I end up playing along and coming out with all kinds of nonsense. I'm not happy, Pietro. I hope you know that.
You're that girl, aren't you? The one I saw in the pensione before with that friend of yours, that drunken impertinent sot in the green velvet coat?
He wasn't drunk. That's just his way.
What are you doing, girl? Impersonating the Duchess? Are you mad? Do you realize what you're getting into?
You heard what Orsino said, old woman. He doesn't care. So long as it convinces the people, he'll play along. What else would you expect from a weak and corrupt ruler like him?
Yes, but now he expects me to die along with him at the crack of dawn. Along with everyone else. Well, that's just fantastic. You didn't tell me about that bit, did you?
I hadn't realized he was so corrupt and weak and...
Lunatic? He's a lunatic. We must all be to be here so late.
I suppose at one level, we all thought the Duke might rescue us somehow. That the curse would be miraculously lifted. Amazing, isn't it? We still believed in him, after everything. After 100 years of his self-indulgence and corruption and malignancy, we still believed he could save us. Perhaps we all deserve to sink into the sea.
Well, I am pleased you joined us on this venture, Miss Lavish. You're really cheering me up.
I'm sorry, my dear. I do have these philosophical turns.
They're not helping matters. We need this curse affair, whatever it is, lifting.
Only the true Estella could do that.
So they're expecting me to save them all. In the end, because of the situation you've put me in, they're all going to look to me. Pietro, what am I going to do?
No, there's something here I'm not quite piecing together, something I've missed.
I wouldn't worry your head.
Hang on.
You? Yes, you. Are you addressing me?
What do you think you can accomplish with this portrait? Or do you just want to see what the old girl looked like?
You blaspheme. You are not fit to mention her name.
Well, probably not. I'd just like to know what you think you're up to, that's all.
You will do my bidding, and that is as much as you need to know.
All right. Say you manage somehow through the forces of sorcery and devilment and so on to revive Estella from the dead. What happens then? What's she going to do?
She will save us all. She will make the city rise from the sea again.
It's a pretty tall order for someone just back from the dead. I should know. It's a very taxing business. Usually it's as much as you can do to remember your name. I wouldn't expect any miracles. I imagine she'd feel rather tired and confused.
The legend has come down to us from the last century. 3 generations of priests have handed down the tale. We know what is ordained to happen.
Really, a century isn't that long for a legend. It isn't that long at all. Come on, you must have some doubts, surely, niggling away. Don't you think you're going to look a little foolish?
You know nothing. How can you know anything about us? How can you understand a century's worth of worshipping Our Lady?
I've never been very religious, it's true, but I think you are going to be disappointed. What's going on?
It's the priests. They've seen something. What?
Stop, you fools! Control yourselves!
What is it? What can they see?
Doctor, look! There's something under there. Just under the surface of the water.
We're being attacked. They're coming up from under the boat.
Kill them! Get them away from us!
What are they?
Amphibians, trolls, myrmidons!
Churchwell, give me your hand.
Gondoliers!
Churchwell, grab my hand. The others, the priests, they're being dragged down.
They'll kill us all! The gondoliers! They've gone mad! They'll drag us all down into the depths!
We're being attacked. They're coming up from under the boat.
Kill them! Get them away from us!
What are they?
Amphibians, trolls, myrmidons!
Churchwell, give me your hand.
Gondoliers!
Churchwell, grab my hand. The others, the priests, they're being dragged down.
They'll kill us all! The gondoliers! They've gone mad! They'll drag us all down into the depths!
Of course, Charlie. We're missing all the excitement up here. The biggest do that any of us have ever seen.
I've no hankering to see the spoiled upper classes at play. We've heard tales of the Duke's depravities.
Oh, come, Pietro. It's our last night on Earth. Surely you can enjoy yourself a little.
I have no intention of dying, Miss Lavish. None of the gondoliers or their families have. How often you've called us amphibians, toads, fish people. Yet none of you suspected the truth.
Which is?
That we really are fish people. We have evolved. Many of our people have made their homes under the surface already. The rest of us will join them once the sea has risen to close over the tallest of Venice's spires. We've nothing to fear, you see.
What a quiet, gentle revolution you've been planning.
Do you blame us? After centuries of subjugation by the likes of the Duke? After the past 100 years of decadence?
So the city will devolve to the likes of you? Well, we deserve no better. But you've drawn this poor girl into your schemes. That hardly seems fair. What are you trying to do? Make everyone doubly miserable as the sea washes in?
Well, this mission does seem somewhat foolhardy now. We thought the Duke would use his last hours to search for Estella's remains. The more superstitious amongst us thought he might succeed in revoking the curse.
Nothing can revoke the curse.
Nevertheless, Duke Orsino needs a distraction, a placebo, and Charlie here was to provide it.
It's nice to feel wanted, especially since the doctor seems to have abandoned me. But really, I hope you won't be dreadfully offended if I just slip away quietly and make my escape.
Charlie, don't.
I'm not staying around here, Pietro. The effects of that noxious potion you forced down me seem to have worn off. I can think straight again. I'm going.
You'll spoil everything.
Look, Pietro, you saw the Duke. Did he look like someone who's working against the clock to rescue the city? No, of course he didn't. He's sitting on his throne and he doesn't care a jot. He isn't lifting a finger to rescue the place. He doesn't need a distraction. The city will fall and it will all be yours. You don't need me to help. I'm going.
Charlie.
What?
Let me come with you.
I'll come too. You two young people seem a bit hapless to me.
Come on then, quietly. He hasn't put any guards on the corridor.
Oh, Mother of God, thank you. We're saved, Doctor. Look, it's Orsino's guards. We were close enough to the palace. They're holding us in.
What was it?
I said we are saved.
Oh, hurrah!
Boat was smashed to matchwood. We're lucky to be alive. I don't know if our captors have... Oh.
Saved. I am saved. The spirit of Our Lady Estella has spared my soul. I live and stand once more on dry land.
I think you'll find, Vincenzo, that it was the Duke's guards who dragged your stinking carcass out of the canal. Where are the others? Did they all drown?
They have been murdered by those toads, the gondoliers, sucked into the depths of the lagoon. No matter, I have plenty more where they came from.
Of course you have. Back at the old secret base. But remember, Vincenzo, I know where your lair is. I know where the casket is hidden.
I could kill you now.
You need me to bargain with the Duke. You need me alive.
Look, boys, can we stop quibbling and shivering outside? I'm completely soaked. Should we just go into the palace and carry this on in there?
Into the heart of depravity and decay.
So long as I get a cup of tea, I don't mind where we go. Come on.
Charlie, pretend to be hypnotized again, in case anyone sees us.
Oh, marvellous. The doctor's really going to get a stiff talking to when I see him again.
You may have your chance, my dear. Look!
Duke Orsino, we're here. Hello, everyone. Duke Orsino, we've come to talk with you.
Is this any way to come before the Grand Duke?
Probably not, but we've been having a pretty hair-raising time of it lately. It's nice to see you, by the way. You seem to be at the center of this whole affair. I like to get to where the action's going on.
This is merely a small party for a few friends. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Churchwell, explain yourself. How does it come to be that you dredge yourself into my stateroom looking like death itself? Who are these peculiar, ill-bred persons you bring with you?
That will take some explaining, Your Grace.
Do hurry. We haven't a great deal of time left. It's the middle of the night.
Enough of this! I am High Priest Vincenzo of the Order of Our Lady Estella.
Are you really? You lot have given me quite a bit of bother over the years, you know. How nice of you to deliver yourself up to me like this.
Guards! Unhand me! I am here to make a bargain.
I don't see that you're in any position to make a bargain, priest. How dare you worship my beloved? How dare you offer up to her memory the dubious compliment of your tawdry prayers?
Your Grace, it might so happen that he does indeed have something to bargain with.
Oh? Really? Then tell me.
You may be rather interested in what the High Priest has to offer, Orsino. You see, in his underwater den, which we've only just come from, he's got a casket.
A casket, you say?
Containing her immortal remains, you fool. You have searched for years and never came close. We had her the whole time, and you never even knew.
You have her? You have my beloved?
He's got all sorts of things in that lair of his.
Things have rather taken an unexpected turn.
Oh no.
You're not telling me that the real Estella's turned up? Oh, that's all we need.
Your friend the doctor seems to be behind this, Charlie. He's causing quite a stir.
He's very good at that. Now quiet, both of you. Let me think.
Essentially, we're here before you under duress, Orsino. The High Priest here, the delightful Vincenzo, has urged us here to bargain with you over the small matter of a portrait.
Churchwell is my curator. You should direct all such queries to him. I have no time for art tonight.
It's a very special portrait, you see, Your Grace.
Do go on, Doctor. I have no idea who you are, but you are being extremely diverting.
You flatter me.
You'll be even more diverting as a human sacrifice when I have your gizzards ceremonially removed during my nuptials at dawn.
Gizzards?
Nuptials?
I am to be married at dawn, with my people in attendance. We will all be there. It will be Venice's crowning glory.
And who are you marrying? How dare you marry again?
Oh, you really do bore me, you fervent little man.
I have no interest in your love life, Orsino. I'm concerned only with this business of the portrait.
You muddle me and fuddle me with all your requests. I hardly know who to believe. All of you. Leave me to think in peace.
I know, I often feel like that. But really, Orsino, we haven't much time.
Why should I listen to any of you? I've had 100 years of isolation and inactivity, of grotesquely prolonged life. And then suddenly, you all turn up at once, telling me you have found my beloved's remains. Why should I believe you at all?
We have had the casket ever since Our Lady took her own life. She entrusted it to our care. She created her own cult when she gave her remains into the care of my grandfather.
Churchwell, I know you. You serve me. Have you seen this casket?
I have seen the casket, yes.
We both have, Orsino. We have been there.
I must go. I must see her.
You seek to enter our domain.
Venice is mine! I go where I wish!
Not into the sacred domain, Duke Orsino, not even you. Especially not you. It was on your account that Our Lady took her own life.
I loved her, you fool! I loved her more than you or any of your lackeys could ever understand. You claim to worship her, and yet you keep her from me. You have no idea what passed between us.
We know that you betrayed her. Were she to return to Earth this morning, she would want nothing more to do with you.
You know nothing. Churchwell, Doctor, you must take me there. Show me where she lies.
There is still the matter of the portrait. Fair's fair, Orsino, that's your part of the bargain. I think you'd better have a think about where you left it.
There never was any portrait.
I tried to tell them if anyone had known about such an object, then as curator, I would.
Shut up, Churchwell.
Yes, that reminds me, it's a very interesting collection of paintings you have over there in Churchwell's museum, Your Grace. I was pleased to see them. I thought they were very interesting indeed. Obviously, I'm not speaking as an expert. Well, not much of one, anyway.
Are you prattling at me again?
You see, I recognized one or two of them, and I recognized one or two of the places depicted in them.
Your Grace, I don't think the Doctor quite understands what surrealism is all about.
Poor thing.
On the contrary, I understand all too well. How could I not? The thing is, some of the paintings I saw yesterday evening are not from this world at all.
And where are they from, Doctor? Outer space?
Well, of course.
I'll waste no more time with you. Churchwell, tell me where this domain of the cult lies. I must know. I must find her remains.
Make way for His Grace's divine intent.
Charlie!
What is this?
She couldn't bear to be parted from you any longer, Your Grace.
Return to your apartments at once, you witch. The night isn't over yet.
I had to come down. I knew something was going on.
This is the woman you intend to marry? This is your second Duchess?
The first Duchess. This person is Estella, reincarnated.
You blaspheme! How can this be Estella?
Well, that's Charlie!
Oh, well done.
Oh, you know this woman, do you, Doctor?
Yes. No, Charlie, what's happening?
I am to be joined with the Duke at dawn.
No matter. Whether she is known to you or not. Whether she is a genuine reincarnation or not. What matters is the spectacle. And spectacle there shall be when I marry her at dawn.
No! You cannot!
Guards! Pass me a blade. Oh, don't gasp. I wouldn't kill him. No, he has to return with me to his wonderfully elusive lair and divulge to me his glorious secrets and show me Estella's ineffable remains. I wouldn't have killed him for all the world, but I would have him bleed, copiously of course, and experience a terrific amount of pain, the cur.
You will pay for that, Your Grace.
Stop this. Stop lashing out at each other.
What is this? Know your place, old woman, and shut your mouth.
I'd do as he says, Miss Lavish. He's pretty handy with that knife.
What do you know, Doctor? Ever since you turned up, there's been nothing but disaster.
It's true, you know. Ever since I clapped eyes on the Doctor, my life's been hell.
Will someone take this obstreperous hag away?
No, you listen to me, you men. You're all fighting each other, but the fact remains that this city and all of us will be dead within a matter of hours by the time the sun rises again, in fact. Why should you fight each other? What's the point?
She's right, you know. Why don't we all listen to Eleanor Lavish? Are you all right, Vincenzo?
What concern is that of yours, infidel?
Of course I'm concerned. I hate seeing people get hurt, even horrible people.
It does seem rather futile to fight while the city is sinking into the sea.
I don't care, Churchwell. I've got things to sort out. Out of my way.
Where are you going, my lord?
Why are you calling him my lord? Has he got you hypnotized or something, Charlie? I'll take a very dim view of this, Orsino, if you've been hypnotizing my companion.
My intended will accompany us. She must be there when I gaze upon the last shreds and tatters of her previous human form.
Oh, marvellous. Let's wrap up this dreadful night by looking at a dead body.
Duke Orsino, if you leave this palace and go to the cult's domain. There will be worse bloodshed this night.
You believe you're a very wise old woman, don't you, Miss...
Lush. Eleanor Lush.
Ah, yes. And at my service, eh?
Not quite.
You amuse me, you hag.
Hag indeed.
Everyone, I am to be gone for a few hours till daybreak. I shall return for my wedding at dawn. But until then, and because it amuses me, I will place upon my throne, in my glorious stead, this elderly harridan, for you to bow down before.
Your grace does me honor.
Take up the throne, Miss Lavish.
With pleasure.
And the rest of you follow me. Bring that dog of a priest. Prepare the ducal barge.
Let's travel in style. Let's raise a glass as we steam down the canal. And before the world ends, it turns completely upside down.
Doctor, come on. You got me into this.
You can hear the buildings rumbling and groaning. The very stone is about to rip apart like silk. The foundations are sinking as we sail down through it all. And listen to him. Listen to the Duke laughing like a maniac.
It's probably all been a bit much for him, Pietro. Now, perhaps you wouldn't mind explaining to me why Charlie here is dressed up like this?
It was my idea.
Why is she going to marry him? Did she just get carried away? Or is it just that thing of hers about jumping in at the deep end? Because if it is, I think she's gone a bit too far.
You could ask me, Doctor.
You're not hypnotized.
I faked it. It seemed the simplest way.
Charlie, what has been happening since you ran out on me?
Ran out on you? I could say the same thing.
All right, let's just say we were separated during all the hullabaloo. I got caught up with our friendly cult and their stashed revenants, and meanwhile you seem to have got yourself rather involved.
He made me do it.
Pietro? Yes, I came across some of your pals earlier. They attacked our ship. They tried to get us into the water, but we weren't very keen.
My people are eager to take over, Doctor. Tomorrow the city will be theirs. Can you blame them for agitating?
I can when it involves me almost drowning and Charlie here getting marched to the altar.
They're all around us, you know. Just under the surface. I can sense them following the ducal barge. They will attack.
Oh, marvellous. Doctor, when you invited me to join you on these trips, you never said anything about marauding amphibians and enforced marriages to noble lunatics.
Yes, I should have, really. It's always the way. But I always manage to get us away at the right moment, Charlie. You watch. It'll all sort itself out.
Oh, like it did on that last hellish place you took me to?
That's right.
I don't find that very reassuring.
At least we're seeing history made.
I still don't relish the thought of looking at a dead body. It's not my idea of fun.
Ah, but there's the funny thing.
What?
You'll see.
Their domain was right under our noses the whole time, Churchwell. On the left bank, as we always thought.
Your Grace, I would advise caution. The High Priest is acquiescing far too easily. It looks to me very much like a trap.
My tactical advisor, are you now? Eh, Churchwell?
I wouldn't presume.
Good.
We are approaching the place. Are you ready to descend?
And see the remains of my beloved? Of course I am.
We have not much time.
Perhaps this isn't very practical. I mean, do you really believe you can do anything when you find her? She might not be too pleased at you waking her up, you know. Why don't we try something else? We could pool our resources.
Churchwell, how have you stood spending time with this fool?
We could find out who's still here in Venice. My ship is quite large inside. Now we could...
Doctor, they aren't listening to you.
They have to. They're sailing into an even worse situation. I've got to try and make them see sense. Things are bad enough without them opening graves.
You know something, don't you?
They're not going to like what they find, and I don't think it's going to help anyone if Orsino leads us all down into the clutches of the High Priest and his cult.
We'll have to go with him. He'll make us. We're never going to get out again, are we?
Don't worry, I'll think of something. We'll see.
I don't suppose he'll mind if we empty out his wine cellars. Look at you all, you masked fools, still dancing round. I should pity you. You don't really have a clue what's going on in your midst, do you? None of you can see what is about to happen. Well, go on, dance! Enjoy yourselves while you still can. And you, Eleanor, you were expecting a quiet closure to this debacle. You wanted to sink gracefully into the green waves at the end. How does it happen that you're on the ducal throne, watching from the very center, How have you allowed yourself to be caught up like this? As the others descend into the lair of the cult, to peer into the golden sarcophagus and find... Ah, but what will they find?
Wonderful. Burning torches and leaping shadows. This is more like it. Here, Charlie, couple to this torch and follow me.
I know you're just acting all casual in order to reassure me, Doctor.
Am I?
You're trying to make it seem like a great adventure.
You're right.
Really, you're as worried as I am.
Just a bit. I don't like being in the hands of people as obsessed as this. It makes me jumpy. Pietro, how are you doing?
Petrified for my life.
Well, look, at least Orsino and the others have gone ahead first. Nothing can harm us.
You don't believe that. We're walking down a tunnel into a tomb.
Just think of it all as some kind of phantasm. A peculiar dream you're having.
That works, does it?
Why do you think I'm always so calm and collected?
But you are. What's that? That was Churchwell, up ahead.
Let me... Doctor, they've got me!
What is this? Unhand me! Seize them! Seize them all!
Go of me!
Stop whining, Churchwell!
Quickly, back up this way.
Doctor!
I can't see where.
Take them all to the Chamber of Our Lady.
There are hundreds of them! I had no idea!
Churchwell, are you wounded?
Scratched, that's all.
They've got us hemmed in.
I have many more followers than you knew. You cannot stop us, Orsino, any of you. You are all here now. You are here to do my bidding. Now descend with us to the catacombs, where Our Lady awaits.
They've got us. I knew they would.
There's still a way, Charlie. I can still get them to talk to each other.
They'll never talk. The Duke will never talk with occultists. They all dress in fine clothes and pretend they're civilized, but really they're savages.
I'm inclined to think you're right, but your people are no better.
My people are desperate and rash.
Shh! The tunnel's coming to an end. Listen. Ticking. We've reached the tomb. They're taking us in.
In those robes, it's almost as if they have no faces.
Then don't look at them, Charlie. Take my hand. It looks like they're leading us in.
Bring the prisoners in. Bow down. Make them all bow down before her casket.
I will stand, Vincenzo. I see no reason to make obsequies before her.
In this chamber, Orsino, you will address me as Lord. Here I rule. You will do as I bid you.
Just do as they say for now, Orsino. Let them have their little ceremonials. They seem to like that kind of thing.
She was my wife, Doctor. They've taken her away from me and made her into some kind of goddess.
Yeah, she'll be feeling very much like I always think Liza Minnelli must have felt about her mother. Imagine having Judy Garland for your mother. Living in the shadow of an icon like that must be hard.
What? We're all going to die. They'll slit our throats.
Listen. Listen to the clock. See how the hands strain to meet on the hour, the ordained hour.
That's more like it, Vincenzo. I knew you'd manage grandiloquence if you tried. More!
Doctor, don't aggravate them.
I'm trying to distract them.
Only a matter of minutes until we face our dread destiny.
Bravo!
That's the casket, is it? That's where she is.
Well, just wait and see.
In moments, the bells will ring out, and the casket will split asunder.
Mother of God.
Pull yourself together, Churchwell.
You don't understand, Your Grace.
Pietro, what are you...
He's trying to get away.
Doctor! Charlie, this way!
Charlie, come on, we're leaving.
Leave them. We have far more important matters to attend to.
But I still need the woman.
Everything we need is in here.
Well done, Pietro. I didn't much fancy being down there when they opened that coffin.
Neither did I. But I haven't explained why not yet, have I?
What do you mean by that?
Hopefully we'll not be around to see. Pietro, I'm lost. Can you remember how to get to the exit?
You always get lost. Every single time.
Round here. This way. I can smell the canal.
The dawn's coming up. Can you see the air lightening? It's softer.
What's that noise?
This is it. This is the exit. Oh no, look.
It's the gondoliers. They're massing.
They followed the barge. They're after the Duke. Oh, they're attacking us.
There's no choice. Back down the stairs.
Back into the tomb?
What choice have we got? Look at your people, Pietro. They're mad. Do you think they'd spare us? Come on.
You, Duke Orsino, you must come forward as the hour reaches its zenith. We have foretold how you will step up to the casket as it breaks apart at dawn on the final day.
I will. I will come and stand by you.
You must come to gaze upon what remains of your beloved. As the curse reaches its apotheosis, you must stare upon what you yourself have caused. Stop. Casket!
It is empty. Empty? How can it be? Empty. Empty. Empty!
Doctor?
I tried to tell them, I tried. Look, the hands of the clock are meeting.
That's it then. It's dawn.
And the clock chimes out for the death of Venice. Stop, I'm telling you, come away from there.
Doctor, what are you doing?
You don't understand, Charlie. If they open that thing now, there'll be even more bloodshed.
It is the hour! Open the golden casket!
It is empty. Empty? How can it be?
Empty! Empty! Empty!
Doctor?
I tried to tell them, I tried. Look, the hands of the clock are meeting.
That's it then. It's dawn.
And the clock chimes out for the death of Venice.
You must all listen to me. The Duke put me in command in his stead, as a joke perhaps, as a ludicrous indulgent jest. But in the meantime, I order you, I beseech you to put an end to these drunken revels. Listen, outside, Venice is sinking. Look at the light coming through the tall windows. It is dawn. You are all in great danger. This foolishness has been allowed to go on far too long. Do you all really want to die? Are you really waiting for Our Lady Estella to rise from the grave and rescue you all? Oh, that was a foolish dream. She isn't returning. Your own Duke has left you all to the mercies of the lagoon. The curse is reaching its fulfillment. Flee for your lives! On the other hand, there isn't anywhere left for you to flee. It's far too late for all of that. Strike up the band, boys!
The city is falling down around your ears. Listen, forget your petty squabbles now.
But where has she gone? What have you done? Vincenzo! What have you done with her?
Blasphemy! Someone has removed the blessed revenants!
Forget about that. We'll all be revenants soon.
I tried to warn you, Your Grace. I tried to tell you.
Venice dies, and with the dawn comes a new age.
A new age without your precious Estella. What are you going to do without her?
Charlie, leave them be.
We looked. We saw she had gone. We tried to warn you.
You knew Churchwell? You knew she had been stolen?
The doctor. He made me open the casket. He forced me to look inside the ghoul. All we saw was dust.
Is this true, Doctor?
Well, yes, I was interested. We only had a peep.
You knew she was gone, and you still let me come here? Wait, where is the necklace? Where are her jewels? Vincenzo, you scourge! What have you done with her jewels?
The answer seems so plain to me. Why hadn't we foreseen this?
What are you talking about, man?
Let's start backing away very carefully.
She has already risen. She is alive again. Already she has left her tomb and walks among us.
No! It cannot be!
All of you, listen to me. My people are attacking in force. This is their morning, their moment of revenge. We must hurry away from here or they'll kill us all.
They're taking the place by storm. We have to get out of here.
Doctor, this way! You're going the wrong way!
Everyone stop fighting each other. What's the matter with you?
You'll never convince them, Doctor.
But this isn't the way.
Look, follow Orsino. He's heading for the bar.
Out of my way!
Trolls, toads everywhere.
You two listen to me.
Why should we listen to you? You engineered this entire fiasco.
I did nothing of the sort.
Out this way! Here! The barge!
Orsino, I must know, why were you suddenly so keen on finding Estella's jewels?
What? Come on!
It wasn't just greed, was it?
Doctor, you must hurry. The barge will go without us.
The water's the safest place to be.
Mother of God, it's just how he imagined it. Facades crumbling and dropping into the swelling water.
What is it about those jewels, Orsino? Why were they suddenly so important?
Her jewels, Doctor? You don't know? I thought you knew everything.
Doctor, come on. Get aboard.
Charlie, I'm sorry. If it hadn't been for me, you'd never have been mixed up in any of this.
Never mind, Pietro. I'm sure I would have. The doctor would have got me embroiled in it all somehow. Look at him. He loves being in the midst of it all.
Keep the barge in the middle of the canal. If any of that collapsing masonry hits us, we're dead.
If we're safe, we're on the water. Everything else will be ruined. All the paintings will be destroyed. All the beautiful pictures.
Oh, my city sinks. My city is dead.
Orsino, in our moment of direst need, I offer you a bargain.
Oh, this'll be good.
At least they've stopped stabbing each other.
That's more worrying in my experience.
Speak, dog.
You know the legends. And this dawn the legends are being proved true. You know that we must join forces if we are to find Estella.
You really think she has walked out of her tomb, Vincenzo?
I am sure she has. She will be the salvation of us all.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Shh, Pietro, let them talk.
We need the portrait, Orsino. The painting you have so assiduously claimed never existed. If we have that, we can call her to us. Without the remains and without our jewels, it is our only hope of calling her and begging her to revoke this curse.
It's too late for that. Look, the buildings are crumbling around us.
No, it isn't too late. Orsino, do as he asks. Give him the painting.
But the painting never existed. There was never any likeness of the Duchess.
There was one.
What?
There was only ever one in the ducal palace, hidden away. When I betrayed her, that portrait was all I was allowed to retain. She left it in my care, like she left her curse. No one but I have ever beheld it. Come, we must return there.
It'll be destroyed already. We can't go back. We should head to the open sea.
What do you know? What are you but a callow imposter? How dare you tell me what I should or shouldn't do after you attempted to hoodwink me into thinking you were the reincarnation of my beloved?
Get away from her, Orsino. Charlie, stand behind me.
No, let him speak, Doctor.
You came to me to convince me to marry you. Who are you to tempt me thus?
And who are you to inflict your misery and self-indulgence upon a whole city? Look around you. A whole city is dying because of the curse you brought upon its head. Your greed caused this, Orsino. Your greed and your disregard.
Venice was always a greedy city. Outsiders always feared us. You are an outsider.
But you believed me when I said I was your beloved. You played along.
I had waited 100 years for this night. What do you know about living for that long and nurturing hope for that length of time?
Now it is ending. Now we return to the lagoon.
Enough! We are here.
The ducal palace.
It's still standing. I wonder why. Perhaps there's some influence at work none of us have even suspected yet. Everyone hurry, quick, while there's still dry land left.
I will lead the way. All of you behind me. I still rule here. Where have they gone? My guests, my people. They have fled.
I can't blame them, really, Your Grace.
No matter. I must find the portrait.
Wait. Look, there are still people here.
She is still here, that hag.
Where have my people gone?
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the end.
Ms. Lavish, I'm pleased to see you're all right still.
I'll always be all right, Doctor.
We can't stay in this place. My people will make for here at the first opportunity.
I haven't time for this.
Yes, Orsino, find what you came here to find.
I will.
Hold your horses, Orsino.
Oh no,
What is it?
I should have seen this coming.
Churchwell, come here. Come up to my throne.
Your throne?
You take the jest too far, old woman.
You are the Duke's art expert, are you not, Churchwell? You are his curator.
Well, yes, but isn't that all rather beside the point now?
Hardly. Why don't you come up here and do your job?
Your Grace?
Do as she tells you.
I don't like the look of this.
Orsino, you say you are looking for this rare and vital portrait of your lost love? You say you have it hidden. How big exactly is this painting?
Tiny. It was tiny.
She gave it to you, didn't she? The morning that she left? She palmed it to you, and you didn't realize what you were holding until after she had gone?
What is this woman talking about? Orsino, what is happening?
Tiny, you say? About the size of a cameo brooch? Was it something one perhaps could wear as a brooch? Something that a funny, harmless old woman could wear and no one would notice?
Perhaps.
Bend closer, Churchwell. Be as expert as you like. Look at this.
Mother of God!
A pearl, actually. That's the backing anyway. But the brooch itself is painted. It's a portrait.
It's impossible.
It's all too possible, I'm afraid.
You foolish men. You really haven't got a clue, have you? Go away now, Churchwell. You can stop breathing down my neck. You've done your job.
You, the Duchess? You are Stella?
Could you say it with a bit more conviction? But yes, I am your Duchess. And yes, I am returned to life.
Our lady!
Oh, do get up off your knees, you ridiculous man. I can't bear your drooling.
You are returned to us. You are resurrected.
I was never dead, you dolt. Any halfwit could see that. I've been highly amused by you all. Running around, stabbing each other on my account. It should be rather flattering, but I'm afraid I'll end up thinking what ridiculous and savage creatures you all are.
They are reunited. The Duke and the Duchess are reunited as the prophecy foretold.
And that's enough of that, by the way. I have to say, I'm appalled at all of this mythology that sprung up in my absence. What's the matter with you all? You find a mystery, and you plug it with all kinds of obfuscating nonsense. Chanting and sacrifices indeed.
I tried to have the cult stamped out. I knew you would never approve.
And you? What have you done in the last 100 years? Sitting around and moping. What a waste of time. I grant you extra life and you wasted, Orsino. You've squandered everything I ever gave you, including myself.
But because you're together now, the city will be saved? Is that part of the prophecy true? Will you doom my people?
Your people? What a bunch of mutant upstarts. Charlie, while we've got a moment, I must congratulate you. You did a rather good job of impersonating me in my youth.
Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you warn us sooner who you were? All of this could have been averted.
It was the way things were always meant to be. The prophecy had to be played out.
Nothing had to be played out. Can't you people see? Won't you ever learn? There's no such thing as prophecy or fate. There are true events, things that happen and things that have to happen. And none of us can escape those. None of us can, and that's bad enough. I know that, but we don't have to invent myths to make it all worse. We don't have to create terrible destinies. We come to them, sure enough. I thought my own people were bad enough with their legends and their myths of great and terrible happenings. But you lot take the biscuit. The fates you encounter are all down to yourselves. You make it all up yourselves. Everything that has happened here is down to the capricious wills of two people amongst us, Estella and Orsino. You two are responsible for all of this.
I know all of this. Thank you, Doctor.
Then do something about it, Miss Lavish. Try to put it right. That's what the Doctor is telling you. It's all in your hands now.
My dear, as the High Priest here would no doubt tell you, if he wasn't scrabbling on the ground at my feet, The curse itself is quite irrevocable. I did quite a thorough job of damning the city to destruction, and my ex-beloved with it. I couldn't put things right if I tried.
That's it then.
I'm rather afraid it is. The lagoon will be left to the amphibious upstarts, and good luck to them.
There must be something we can do.
When I say irrevocable, young lady, I mean irrevocable.
Doctor, tell her. Tell her again you don't believe in magic and curses. Tell her there's always a way to put things right.
Oh, I will, Charlie. I do think there's always a way to put things right. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. I wouldn't eat breakfast. I wouldn't leave the TARDIS ever. I would never have left home. There is always something we can do.
Then what do you suggest, Doctor? Our lady has come back amongst us, but she is still bitter. She still wants us all to die. What can you do about that?
Do you know, I might have an idea. You see, what we have here is someone not of this world at all. We've got someone who has seen fit to play games with the lives of human beings. Someone who has magnified her malign and capricious will by amplifying it through a device from elsewhere. A device, not a curse, not magic, and a device I believe might be put to some use now.
Her jewels.
And here they are. You're not from this world, are you, Estella? I don't know where you're from, but you aren't from round here.
As if it's any business of yours, young man. Give me my jewels!
I think I'll hang on to them for a bit. You see, I'm a bit of a traveler myself. I've knocked about a bit, and I can spot an alien interloper up to malarkey with the indigenous population a mile off. Did you know, Orsino, that your beloved wasn't human?
Not human?
We all knew she was divine.
Oh, you obsequious fool, Churchwell. How dare you try to curry favor with me?
It was never magic she was doing, just evidence of some supremely advanced alien technology. Didn't I tell you that some of the paintings in the collection weren't from here? They were from alien systems in places that Earth hasn't even heard of.
Well done, Doctor. But what happens now?
You say that Our Lady's powers resided in this jewel alone.
I'm afraid so.
It's magnified my will, but it was still my fabulous will that you were all in thrall to.
These gems are rather powerful. A rather silly thing to leave lying about. Any one of us puny, primitive beings might pick them up and amplify our malformed subjectivities willy-nilly and bring destruction and terror down on a whole city.
Point taken, Doctor. Give me those gems.
I think you've played with your baubles quite enough, Miss Lavish.
Give them to me, you hapless fop.
I will return them to you on the condition that you use them to revoke the curse. You accelerated this city's demise. You can, I imagine, return it to its former glories.
And you'd better hurry. We can't have long left.
Miss Lavish, Estella, you must do as the Doctor tells you. You must make up for all you and the Duke have done.
What we have done? What did I do but fall under the spell of a man by far my inferior? A pathetic creature from a spoiled, indolent race took my fancy and made me stay here. He made his people love me, and flattered, I remained here. Then he betrayed me. When it was too late for me to return to the stars and my own kind, when I was so caught up in this world and this people, he flung me away from him as if I meant nothing. After everything I had given up for his sake, you, Orsino, you betrayed me.
I never meant to. I am sorry, Estella. Truly, I am.
Nothing like closure, is there, Charlie? Now, Miss Lavish, do you accept the Duke's apology?
I most certainly do not. He can go to hell with the rest of you.
But you are our savior. We have worshipped you for a century in the hope that you would save us when the day came.
What do I care for a bunch of sniveling human beings when I have walked among the stars?
That's hardly charitable. Human lives are worth something, after all. I too have walked through the stars, Estella, but I always get caught up here on Earth. There are human beings I value a very great deal, and I would risk my life on account of any of them.
Well, then you are a fool.
You are nothing like the woman I loved. You are still the same person, but your heart is black with poison and gall. You have turned bitter and wicked, Estella. Do you really care for nobody?
I hardly know anymore. I think that once I did. But I have grown so very wretched and old, Orsino. While you have remained as you were and languished, I have become so terribly old.
Our Lady, take the jewels, revoke the curse, bring our city back to life, and rule with your Duke here over us.
It isn't as easy as that. In a way, I wish it was. is a price to be paid for a prolonged life. Something else must decay and die. There is a balance to magic.
You mean that because you prolonged your life and the Duke's, Venice had to fall?
And so, if you restore the city...
Doctor, give me those jewels.
What for?
Give them to me, Doctor. I think I see a way out of this.
Orsino, I beg you, don't do what I think you're going to do.
Doctor, give the necklace to me.
What are you going to do?
You will see.
Orsino, no!
Can I trust you, Orsino?
You will simply have to trust me, Doctor. To put right everything that we spoiled 100 years ago.
Here you are.
Orsino, no! What are you doing?
Your Grace!
Leave him. It's only fitting.
But he is insane. He's putting on her necklace.
It's glowing, Doctor. Is he insane?
I might be insane after all these terrible years, but at last I realize what I have to do now.
He's using it to channel his thoughts and desires. He's imposing his will upon the city. Look, the jewels have come to life. They're opening my eyes.
It's too bright. I can't see.
Estella, this is right. Join me in the flame.
You will die, Orsino. Restore this city, and it will come at the price of your own life. It will take every shred of your life force.
I have had too much already. I have been far too greedy. Join me, Estella. Step into the flame. Grow old with me.
Our Lady, no! He's tricking you! The flames will destroy you! Stay with us!
She must decide for herself. Estella, Ms. Lavish, whatever you want to call yourself, you must know Orsino cannot save this city alone. To do what he wishes, you must go with him.
I know that, Doctor.
And do you still love him?
Estella!
Do I love him? Yes, of course. I always did.
Then there's no need for bitterness. Why don't you go in peace, then?
Yes, I will. Goodbye, everyone.
No!
Stand back, you fool! You'll be killed too!
Down him!
Doctor,
Yes?
are we alive?
I should say so. Do you feel alive?
I feel rather sore. My ears are ringing.
Then you're definitely alive.
Look. Look at them. That's all they came down to in the end, is it? All the legends and myths surrounding them, and that's all that's left?
But they embraced each other at the very last second. Did you see, Churchwell? They held each other.
Who cares about that?
What?
She did it again. The Duke betrayed her once more, and Estella fell for his trap, and this time it killed her. It pains me to say it, but she was a fool.
But she loved him, Vincenzo. Of course she stepped into the flame.
Wait,
What is it?
can't you feel it?
What?
He's right, you know. Quickly, come to the window.
Pull down these curtains. Help me.
Look at that light. Isn't that the most gorgeous morning light you've ever seen?
The city. It's restored.
Venice has returned from the dead. The Duke and Duchess have kept their bargain. They died, and the city has returned to us.
What a mess it'll be in.
There'll be lots to sort out, but it's as good a time as any to get rid of the old cobwebs and debris.
Speaking of which, look, Vincenzo.
What's he doing, Doctor?
What any fanatical high priest in his right mind would do, of course. He's grabbed the remains of the bodies and legged it.
True to type.
He'll be down some bolt hole in some smoky cellar and worshipping those ashes and twigs faster than you can say Jack Robinson.
He got away. He took them. He took their corpses wrapped up in his cloak.
You can't stop him worshipping and fetishizing what he wants to, Churchwell. You can't even stop him from striking up a brand new lunatic cult. But at least those ghastly ashes are off your hands now. You've just got to get on with it. And make sure you're starting the whole thing off on the right footing.
Will the paintings? Will the paintings be safe?
Many things will have been lost, I imagine. It was a rather difficult night.
I must go at once and check.
Now?
No. It will wait. Either they are there, safe in the museum, or they are gone.
Wise man, Churchwell. After all, you wouldn't want to be like the ghastly Vincenzo, would you? Scrabbling after revenants and relics and horrid souvenirs.
So what you're saying, Doctor, is that you can't live your life through objects? Is that your little moral?
Surely, as if I'd ever come up with a moral. But yes, I suppose I do think that.
Doctor, you're as bound up in objects as the rest of us. Oh, you pretend to be the vagabond and all, but that TARDIS of yours is crammed full of nonsense. I believe it's time we got back and started cleaning it up and clearing some of the old junk out.
Never. I was talking about religion and misplaced faith, but not bric-a-brac and things that might come in useful. But that reminds me, it's probably time we were on our way. Pietro, could you give us a lift?
It's goodbye then, Doctor.
Think yourself lucky, Churchwell. If I were to stay, I'd only cause more chaos. I reckon it's time these Venetians were left to rebuild their city in peace. But while I'm here, I'll put in a word for the gondoliers, for Pietro's people. It doesn't do to have an underclass, you know. It really doesn't do at all. This is a lot easier than it looks. We'll soon have the hang of it.
How's he doing, Pietro?
Not bad.
Pietro says you're not bad, Doctor.
Cheek, I could have the hang of this in no time. You know what, I might just hang up my travelling hat for good and take up being a gondolier full-time. It's quite relaxing.
You don't wear a hat.
I might get one of those nice, stripy tops.
I've been thinking it over. I still think it's incredible such a myth should grow up around the Duke and Estella. Just two people. All that mess, just because of them.
It's amazing to me that human beings can invest so much emotional energy into legends, into stories like this, but they always do.
Ugh, you two men. What do you sound like?
What do you mean?
It was all about love in the end, wasn't it?
I suppose so.
Oh, don't go all sheepish, Doctor. You know it was. Don't you think it's fantastic? A love affair that could lay waste to a whole city.
Yeah, sounds a little inconvenient to me.
They still loved each other in the end. After everything. They knew they had to die together, right at the bitter end.
100 years of waiting. I can't imagine it.
It isn't that long?
Oh, here we go. The mysterious Doctor holds forth again about the nature of time. Get punting, Doctor.
It isn't that long, really, 100 years of solitude.
Well, it would be for me. It would be for anyone if they had to wait that long for someone to return. I hope you'd never abandon me like that, Doctor.
Abandon you? No, and I wouldn't lose you in a game of cards either. Of course not. You're my best friend.
The legends of Gallifrey speak of a world where everything is horror. Horror and pain. A world from where there is no escape. From the creatures who crawl on the crust of the land. Of the lost and the hopeless and the broken and the doomed. The legends of Gallifrey speak of a world, and the name of the world they speak of is hell.
Hell is where I have come to at last. And there can be no escape.
Modnik, du walla nevea, Silver! Arise, almighty Lucifer!
And so I cannot escape my own hell.
So, tell me, Dale, how do you think tonight's Black Mass went?
Wonderful, Brigham. Far more impressive than the Des Moines operation. You've really worked wonders with this new setup. A real glittering assembly.
I've tried to keep the membership exclusive. Can't just let any old Tom, Dick, or Harry in, not the Hellfire Club.
Exclusive. Half of the state is here. There's the chief of police over there, Mr. Emerton from the DA's office with someone who clearly isn't Mrs. Emerton. Governor's office, and did I see earlier the great Tobias Cleghorn from TGC Corporation?
Ours to command, my dear, ours to command. You see, Dale, we of the Hellfire Club believe in serving Lady Liberty by day and Lucifer by night. A most patriotic arrangement.
They swallowed your pitch wholesale. Not a person here doesn't believe they haven't seen Lucifer in person.
Well, there'd be precious little left of him if they had. No, Marcosius is a much more biddable demon. Spectacularly diabolical, but not immediately lethal. I thought he went down rather well.
Oh, look, there's Mrs. Garrison. I must go say hello. Haven't seen her for ages. Is Waldo here, then? Causing trouble?
By the dark Lord, no. We're very particular about who we welcome here, my dear. Why would I want him here? He resents everything I say and understands none of it.
The broken and the doomed, the legends of Califrey.
The legends of Bloomsbury speak of a world, and the name of the world they speak of is Legoland. Listen, old man, are you going to go on like this all night?
They're coming for me, demons.
Oh, for heaven's sake! A bit of a sad case, aren't you? No, I'm not a demon. Just a humble British journalist who has temporarily lost his wits. And most likely his patience as well, if you don't stop whittering on all night about hell.
You mean this isn't hell?
Merely its closest earthly equivalent. We're locked up for the night in a madhouse. Mind you, in your case, I imagine you'll be here for life.
I don't remember coming here.
Yes. Well, you will.
Charlie, must find... I can't remember. Why can't I remember?
Okay if I take the bed next to yours, kid? Okay. Hi? Lady in the Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Fashion Statements? Like to guess what it means when I point my face at yours and make mouth noises?
I beg your pardon? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you talking to me?
Hell no. I was looking forward to an animated chat with a heating system. Wanted to ask for his memories of the Civil War. Come on, Charlie. Strike a spark.
Charlie? Who's Charlie?
Uh-oh. I guess Charlie's the name of whoever you mugged to get that brooch. You know, the one with Charlie on it?
Oh, Oh. Oh, yes. Of course. Charlie. Me. Yes.
Ginger Peachy. You, Charlie. Me, Becky Lee Kowalczyk. Me from Los Angeles. I take it your hometown tends more towards red mailboxes and locals not shooting each other all that often? Hello? The lights are on, but nobody's home again.
Oh, Becky, I don't know.
Oh, Becky Lee, I don't know. You don't know where you come from?
Becky Lee, I don't know anything. Just you and this room, and that's it. Where are we, Becky Lee? How did we get here?
You sit down on the bed. I'll take it in easy stages. Okay, nighttime. Maybe 4 a.m. by now? Bad part of town. Harvest moon. Bats falling dead from air pollution. Girl in last year's clothes, or they would be if this were the Prohibition. Kinda dazed. Suddenly, a big blue bus stops next to her. 2 guys get out, grab her, haul her aboard with half a dozen other girls. Curb crawling meets the mass market, right? Not right?
Oh, my giddy aunt.
They'd done the same to me half an hour before. Shook them off and tried to run. One of them put a bullet through my hairdo, so I figured I'd just accept the lift after all.
They shot at you? Why didn't you shout for help? Call for a police officer or something like that?
Charlie, he was the police.
Oh. Oh, I see. We're in prison then?
Don't think so. Could be wrong, but I suspect this establishment is a tribute to free enterprise.
I'm sorry?
I think this is a...
Young ladies, your attention, please. You've all had a long night, and I don't want to hold up your sleep any longer than I have to. Just a few words, then you can make ready for lights out.
Lights out? What the heck is lights?
Have you finished?
Well, excuse me.
Good, thank you. My name is Dale Pargeter. You may call me Superior Mistress. Now, first of all, you need to know your status. You have none. Not anymore. You have all been apprehended in a condition of vagrancy within state borders. We, therefore, intend to put you to gainful work in the service of the community.
What does that mean?
That means, young lady, that you shut up and put up right now. In return for your work, you'll receive a roof over your heads, bed, food, water, and regular medical examinations. No alcohol, tobacco products, or drugs of any class will be tolerated. Lockers assigned to you will be searched irregularly and without warning.
Drugs? Like headache tablets?
You will also be responsible for keeping your clothing clean. Particularly costumes you may be provided with from time to time. You will keep yourselves clean, spotlessly so. You will be respectful to the staff here. You will be respectful to one another. And above all, you will do your allotted tasks to the limits of your abilities. From this moment onwards, consider yourselves to be hostesses within a prestigious gentleman's social club. You will do whatever is requested of you.
You what?
You are hostesses within the Hellfire Club, and your official title is Pretty Little Satin Bottoms.
I don't believe this.
You better. Any questions?
Excuse me, but
Good.
I have...
Now, I come to the painful subject of prescribed punishments. Ladies, I offer you no punishment. However, the gentlemen members of the club may punish you themselves if they feel it to be necessary. Rest well. Tomorrow you will begin your training. Sweet dreams.
Well, Charlie girl, guess that was pretty clear, yeah? Charlie?
Oh, sorry, Becky Lee. Sorry, I was just thinking. Remembering. I've remembered something important. I didn't come to this place alone. I had a friend with me. A doctor, I think.
none of y'all got no respect for your elders?
Oh. Steady on, watch where you go. Oh, Senator Pickering. How are you?
What? Oh, yeah. Met you yesterday, didn't I? Mr. Stewart, ain't it? From England.
Scotland, actually, Senator. And it's Lethbridge, Stewart.
Oh, is it now? Well, fella, we don't go in much for fancy double-breasted monikers this side of the herring pond.
Nor manners either, it seems.
What's that? What's that? What'd you say?
I said how surprised I am to find you, of all men, here, ready to listen to a speech from a political opponent.
What's that? Oh, yeah, opponent. Quite right, Pally. Look here, and I'll tell you the thing. And if you never learn nothing else on your trip to this fine country, you just take this away with you. The biggest, cunningest, hornswogglingest crook you'll ever encounter from sea to shining sea is none other than our host today, Brigham Elijah Dashwood III.
If you believe that, Senator, I wonder why you're here.
Always a chance somebody will shoot him. And here the chicken thief comes. Large as life and 20 times as oil.
My friends, brothers and sisters in Jesus, fellow citizens of Malibu. Yes, cheer, my friends, cheer that name, that glorious name. That glorious name, new in our mouths and hearts today, but destined to live on in history alongside names such as Philadelphia, Massachusetts, and Maine. Malibolgia, newborn 51st State of the Union. Cheer the name, brothers and sisters, cheer the name. Now then, why are we here today, my friends? Tell me someone, why are we here?
To make you governor, Mr. Dashwood.
Thank you, my friend. You do me an honor, the greatest honor, but I must say no. Friend, do not misconstrue my words. When I say no, I only mean no. That is not the specific, hear me now, specific reason for our gathering today. As the good book says, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Praise the Lord!
Praise him indeed, my friends. And if he will forgive me for putting my own unworthy words into his divine mouth, might he not also have said, a time for politicking, and a time to forget about politicking for half an hour? We are here today, my friends, not to celebrate the creation of a new state, but for a far humbler purpose. Look ye behind me, friends, to where yonder building stands, proud and shining and as new as the state itself. Now, though doubtless it will one day fall and be forgotten, oh yes, one day that may happen, but Malibolgia will live on until the day of the resurrection unto eternal life for all of us. Those of us that believe, truly believe. This building, constructed as it is from stone, stone hewn from the mighty mountains that hem our horizon. And I say to you, friends, it is this fine edifice that brings us together today, built to hold, help, tend, and hopefully cure the most unfortunate members of our society, those whom the Lord has seen fit to touch for his own mysterious and glorious reasons in the sanctuary of their mental health. A team of the finest specialists from all over the world has been gathered in order to carry out, using the newest techniques and equipment available, groundbreaking research into the causes and cures of mental disease. May the good Lord guide their hands and quest and brains. We are here, friends, to inaugurate a new hope for mankind, the Brigham Elijah Dashwood Laboratory of Alternative Mentalities. Blessed are the persistent, for they will be satisfied. Very well then, my brothers and sisters, since you will have it so, so let it be. Let the world know that, as of this moment, I, your unworthy townsman, do hereby announce my intention to run for the exalted position of first ever elected governor of the state of Malabolgia.
Well, I guess I never did hear words more fitted to be uttered in a loony bin.
And who's that then? Ah, my friends, today I see we are honored to have in our midst none other than the famous Waldo Pickering, former senator of the state from which we have now so recently seceded. Give him a big hand, brothers and sisters. Come on up to the podium, Waldo. Join my other guests in a tour of the new institution. And you too, if you please. See, friends, we also have in our midst a distinguished visitor from across the sea. A warm hand, please, for Alistair Lethbridge Stewart of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Mr. Lethbridge Stewart comes from the historic city of Edinburgh, where, in recent years, he has helped oversee the creation of a new parliament for the ancient kingdom of Scotland. And he is here today, at the invitation of our fledgling state apparatus, to give Malabolgia the benefit of his experience.
Well, thank you. Did what I could. Muddled through.
And just think, ladies and gentlemen, those happy, smiling folk back in the recreation room were once living in their own private hell, just as recently as 6 weeks ago. Now, if you'll step this way, you'll see how they found their salvation. Here, we have the core of the Dashwood Laboratory. Its heart and soul, if you will. The PSI 859 Psionic Matrix Facsimile Regenerator.
Sounds a $50 name for a tin coffin and a stream of fairy lights, girl.
We're glad you approve, Waldo. Glad you approve.
Excuse me, Dr. Parchester. Would I be right in thinking that this equipment is very similar to the British Popplewell Beaker Transessential Mark V?
Well, that's very good, Mr. Lethbridge Stewart. Yes, indeed. Our technicians traveled very much the same route as their revered English predecessors. But of course, with the advantage of more advanced microcircuitry and a great deal more funding. For those of you not as up-to-date as Mr. Lethbridge Stewart, allow me to explain the basic principles of the PSI 859.
You do that, ma'am. I'm darn sure I'll follow it all.
Why, thank you, Senator. I'm truly sure you will. Now then, the most tragic cases admitted to our institution are, of course, those whose psychoses are beyond conventional psychiatric drug or hypnotherapy techniques. For them, there is only one hope: cerebral surgery. Mr. Dashwood?
Thank you, Dr. Parchester. Now, as I understand it, such work has, in the past, been hazardous in the extreme. Even when an operation has been a success technically, the trauma experienced by the living brain, exposed to the lights and heat of the operating theater, and the laser scalpels of the gifted surgeons, well, it has often been enough to render the patient just as disturbed as before the healing process, sometimes even catatonic.
The PSI 859, however, obviates any such possibility.
How?
Well, by permitting us to operate on a brain no longer living.
The purpose, my friends, of the psionic matrix facsimile regenerator is, well, any conjectures?
Does it make good popcorn?
No, Senator, but we hope to achieve that with the next model.
One assumes you record the contents of the brain, store it, and then, when you've done what you do, you return them to their original home.
Ah, now, sir, you mustn't try to dazzle us with your previous experience. Of course, my friends, he is right. Quite right. We have perfected a method by which the entire contents of the human psyche, all its personality quirks, all its memories, its conscience, passions, emotional preferences, every last perception, doubt, fear, or joy, can be converted into a sequence of digital impulses and stored, thanks to the wonder of single molecular microcircuitry, within the electronic memory of the machine you see before you.
For a politician, he understands all this scientific stuff rather well, don't you think?
I wondered if that had occurred to you, boy. Knew it wouldn't to the rest of these here sheep.
And after this, the now empty, dead even, brain can be operated upon safely, then reanimated after surgery and reprogrammed with every last piece of the host's mind.
And then, just like Lazarus, our poor immortal brother or sister will rise again, with the Lord's hand to guide him and take his place in society, restored, healthy, and happy.
And now we should press on.
Now, just one moment, young lady. I got a question needs putting.
Well, we really should be moving on, Senator, and leave these poor people to their work.
Actually, Dr. Podgett, I'm sure we can let our former senator ask his question.
Well, that's real accommodating of you, Mr. Dashwood, sir. Just want to know one thing, that's all.
Which is?
Where in tarnation are you hiding all the real loonies?
Heavens above.
Woo-wee! Now, this is what I call a madhouse.
Senator, please.
Are you satisfied now, Senator Pickering? Enough loonies for you? Don't go beyond that painted line, and do not accept any object thrust towards you through the bars. Similarly, don't try to pass them anything. Do not address any of them directly. These are highly dangerous types, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, ask them through me. And feel free to tell me when you've seen enough.
Dr. Podgett, I think I have.
Regular Hannibal Lecters here, eh, boy?
I assure you, I've seen worse monsters than any I'm likely to encounter here, Senator.
Have you indeed? Client number one, people. Hiram Dodds, from Missouri.
What's that? Dodds the dog incinerator?
The what?
You see, this sick varmint used to get his jolly stealing pets, dousing them in gasoline and setting them alight in the schoolyards during recess. Hope you rot in there, you
Senator, please.
Darn hot in here, Doctor, you know.
Probably not good for your heart, Senator. Perhaps if you were to leave.
I'm just fine and dandy, Mr. Double-breasted Scotty.
Body, possibly. Not sure about the mind.
Moving on. Here we have Copperthwaite, the gay axeman of Rhode Island. Mad Ma Pardo. Amazing. Even after her accident, she managed to bludgeon to death 6 rednecks with her prosthetic leg.
I think we've all seen enough, Doctor. Even Senator Pickering, yes?
Telling or asking, boy?
And here we have... Oh. I'm not entirely sure about this.
Madam, you have never spoken a truer word.
We don't know his name. Have him listed as John Doe. Turned up out of nowhere last evening, actually.
Hello. Don't I know you?
I don't think so. Who are you?
Gideon Crane. Gideon, as in the good book found in most hotel rooms. I'm a writer, you see, sent over here by the London Torch newspaper to cover the inauguration of your new state. They'll vouch for me.
Well, Doctor, he seems lucid enough.
Yes. Yes, he does. I shall talk to Mr. Dashwood about our Mr. Crane, was it?
Yes.
C-R-A-N-E? So, Mr. Crane, what do you remember about last night?
Well, not much, I have to say. Who knows where I was before? But I found myself outside your establishment. Very mysterious. I'm quite sure I wasn't in your town very long before that. In my mind's eye, I can see an object and hear a noise.
What sort of object?
A box. Big blue box. Just appeared. Or perhaps it was always there and I just appeared. Who knows? You do. Yes, you do.
I'm sorry, I've no idea what you're talking about. Dr. Podgett, I think we should leave now.
Don't be fooled by this one, boy. He's worse than all the rest he is.
Senator, you have to realize
God
that these
almighty,
patients
woman,
are...
will you look at what he did last night according to your notes? Found running around stark naked on the corner of Sunflower and 6th, howling at the moon. And look at here, damaged property and...
Did I? I have absolutely no recollection of that or why.
You get back, you monster!
Please, Senator, my papers, they're confidential. Please give them back.
You did all this just last night and you're ready to release him? Just 'cause he talks nice? Who's running this here funny form? The inmates?
I'm afraid I can't discuss this with you right now, Senator. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to make your way back out and wait for me in the corridor.
Commie, namby-pamby. Suppose you release the whole pack of them, give it half a chance. Dog burners and all. Oh yeah, you got the fancy treatments and counseling and psychobabble. What about good old-fashioned punishment? What about bringing in the chair?
That's enough, man. Give the doctor notes back and calm down.
I need some air. I feel strange.
Oh dear. Please, Mr. Lethbridge Stewart, please accept my apologies. And thank you. I don't know if I could have calmed him down like that.
Oh, experience, Doctor. Just experience. And my experience tells me there's more to the poor senator's outburst than just irrational mood swings.
Oh, really? Well, we'll see. I think he's just rather rude. Honestly, that man would try the patience of a saint.
Excuse me, please. Can somebody tell me where I am?
Another Englishman. We seem to be brimming with them today. We seem to have awoken another Doe. This one we call Zebediah Doe, as to not confuse him.
Excuse me? Can't you hear? What's wrong with my head?
He looks very much the worse for wear.
Why don't you answer me, please?
He's been on intravenous diazepam twice. According to the night staff's notes, he's been nothing but trouble since he arrived.
When?
Last night. Brought in just after patient Doe. I mean, Crane here. Now then, sir. My name is Pargeter. Dr. Dale Pargeter. Who are you?
My name? That's easy. I'm called the...
Name, I said. Typical schizoid behavior, Mr. Lethbridge Stewart. Always identifying with the higher ranks, professional people, rather than admit their own identity.
Lethbridge.
No, that's his name, not yours.
Intelligent eyes, don't you think, Doctor? Any hope?
Doctor, yes. Yeah, wait. I know your face. At least I think I do. I did once.
Well, I certainly don't know yours.
Please don't address the patients directly. Policy, I did ask.
Indeed you did. Mea culpa. Sorry.
I had a friend with me. Met her in 1930. I have to take her back. Not supposed to be here, alive now.
If I may suggest, Dr. Pargeter, I could try and help my fellow patient here. Talk to him, soothe him, bring him back to reality, as it were.
That's a good idea, Mr. Crane. Thank you. I think we're exciting him too much. We should leave now. Catch up with the others. Mr. Lethbridge Stewart? Are you all right?
What? Oh, yes, fine, capital. Everyone in here seems to know me. Shows the sort of company I keep, I suppose.
I shouldn't worry. It's their standard behavior with non-staff. They try to gain sympathy that way.
No, don't leave me. Listen, I'm sure I've got a dicky ticker. I mean, a malfunctioning heart.
Come along, Mr. Lethbridge Stewart.
Don't beat on the right side of the chest. No, don't leave me here. Don't leave me here. Where is your humanity?
They won't help you, you know.
Oh, it's you again.
Gideon Crane, at your service, old man. Think of me as the man with the blue box.
Where are we? Where am I?
In an asylum of sorts. I suppose you could call it your very own private hell.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pargeter, for that little, demonstration?
Again, I can only apologize.
Whatever for, Dale? What's happened? The rest of the tour party is outside, looking more than slightly disturbed.
It was the corridor, Mr. Dashwood, sir.
What about the corridor?
My fault, really. Not the doctor's here. Sorry. I got a bit close to one of your inmates.
Patients.
Patients, yes.
And then there was Senator Pickering's strange behavior.
Waldo Pickering's behavior is always mighty strange, Dale.
Indeed, but I rather think you ought to, help him a bit. He seems very confused.
Mr. Lethbridge Stewart, Alistair, understand this. Waldo Pickering is a fine old senator, a great politician in his time. But his time has passed, and a new era is a-dawning. We have a good state apparatus developing here, you see. Now, I know you boys in Scotland have yourselves a unicameral system now, but I kind of drift towards two chambers. Have Malabolgia as sort of a little brother to Maryland. What do you say?
What I say, Mr. Dashwood, is that as an observer to the birth of your new state, I'm honoured. But there are other things going on that I'm, slightly alarmed over. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd best go outside and offer Senator Pickering some support.
Well?
I've been doing some digging around on our friend Alistair, Dr. Pargeter, and you know what I found out?
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. It's like up until he got himself involved with Scottish politics, he don't have no past. And I'll tell you all this. I don't trust no man with no past. Keep an eye on him real close, Dale. Real close.
Let's see. Top dog at greyhoundrace.co.uk. Oh, blast. Wrong address. Top dog at greyhoundrace.org. For the good old days of invisible ink and book codes. Righto. Report from Trap 1, timed 2107 EST. Have made initial reconnaissance of Dashwood Institute. PSI 859 undoubtedly has capacity for designer brain creation. No evidence as yet of actual application as such. However, Dashwood, unsavory character, and Institute distinctly doubtful, legality-wise. Please copy and respond. Over. Legality-wise? Oh, Lord, I've been over here too long. Right. Here we go. Suspicions noted. Make no move without strong evidence of PSI 859 misuse. Out. Well, thank you very much, Secretary of State. I'd never have come to that conclusion by myself. Time for a quick shower, then a nice southern bourbon, I think.
Oh, come on, you rotters. Out of the way. Let a chap see a party frock.
Good God! Get a load of my cleavage! There's a bit more of me going public here than Mom would approve of. Didn't 19th century tailors believe in necklines?
18th century, actually. These ball gowns and powdered wigs are 18th century, not 19th. Sometime in the 1760s, probably.
So how come you know?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to show off.
No, Charlie. How do you know?
Good point. How come I can't remember my own name or how I got here, but I've got Macaulay's English history at my fingertips? Oh, this is so frustrating. Anyway, the 1760s were when the original Hellfire Club was at its height in England.
Oh?
Educate me further.
Oh, righty-ho. Actually, it's quite fascinating. None of your run-of-the-mill anyone can join gentlemen's club. The Hellfire Club were the cream of English aristocracy. Half the government were members. Bute, the Prime Minister, Lord Sandwich, who ran the Navy, the Chancellor, and all sorts of weird types as well.
Strikes me Britain turns out lots of weird types. What exactly did they do? I mean, what are we letting ourselves in for tonight?
Oh, nothing to worry about.
Right. Nothing to worry about. Just a bunch of dirty old men.
Well, there was the devil worshipping, of course. Non-stop orgies, drink, jewels, and ladies of easy virtue shipped to their abbey at Medmenham.
That's us then.
Yes, but that was back then. Surely that sort of thing isn't still going on now.
Enjoying yourself, Dale, my dear?
Yes, but I must get back to the Institute shortly.
Mother Superior to our pretty little satin bottoms one moment, hard-working scientist the next. Do you ever stop, Dale?
Rarely, Brigham, rarely. Are you and our fellow Hellfire Club members satisfied with my girls?
My dear Dr. Podgett, look around you. They are ecstatic. Oh, look at the time, my dear. Let's have that TV set on. Hellfire Club to order! Time before the great hour of midnight to see how I look on the nation's television sets. Well, thank you. My friends, thank you. Here we go.
Don't you forget, every $500 pledge wins you a special personalized mention in his prayers. So now, all you good people, I have a question to put to you tonight.
Is there any sign of that Lethbridge Stewart vermin?
You invited him here?
Lucifer, no. I meant he strikes me as the type to snoop around the Institute. Keep an eye out, okay?
Yes, sir. Of course. I'll see you later.
The cry of a child going unheard.
Excuse me, sir.
Well, hello, little lady, and what's your name?
Charlie, sir. Charlie, Bute.
And all the way from England, by the sound of your pretty little voice. You look most fetching, my dear. Most fetching.
Thank you, sir.
If I didn't know better, I'd say this really was 1775, and once again the British are invading. Sure do look pretty.
I say, Zebediah Doe, old man. Time to wake up. It's nearly midnight.
Where am I? Oh, yes.
That's right. You're in hell.
What are you doing out of your cell?
Dr. Pargetter's idea, actually. They've decided to release me.
Oh, so what's this, a farewell visit?
You might say that, old man. They've sent me to get you, actually. Take you up to the lab. I'm working for her now, you see.
Take me to what lab? But why can't I clear my head? Remember things.
Oh, don't worry. Dr. Pargeter will soon sort you out. Like she did me.
Why am I going to this lab, then?
Yes. Well, terribly sorry, old man, but that's just a tad awkward. You see, it's time.
Time? For what?
Your lobotomy.
For every penny you pledge tonight, every nickel and dime, be it by personal check, credit card, or deed of covenant, for every gift, my brothers and sisters, the child who may currently be going unheard will have a voice. A voice direct to God. I'm not ashamed to broadcast to you now, to plead with you for the sake of the children of the world. I ask you to give to the Brigham Elijah Dashwood Charitable Trust.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank y'all. That came over pretty good, I think. So, now, my friends, as the clock approaches midnight, we once again prepare to call. Prepare to beckon. Friends, brothers in Lucifer, fellow citizens of hell!
Dr. Pargeter?
Good. Put him down there. Now then, Zebediah Doe. We'll just give you a little pinprick to wake you up.
What are you doing to me? Let me go.
Now, Zebediah, it's for your own good.
No, you're gonna cut up my brain. That's not really for my own good, is it?
Orderly, strap him down harder, will you?
Yes, Doctor.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? I thought you were a doctor. No, wait, I'm...
All right, that's enough.
Dr. Pargeter?
Oh, yes, Gideon, what is it?
Would you like a coffee?
Oh, yes, please. Cream with...
2 sugars. Already done.
Very good. Trying to bribe me into giving you a full-time job here?
Excuse me?
Yes? Oh, right, lobotomy.
He's fascinating, isn't he? I met him before, you know, when we came in here. Together. From Howling at the Moon.
Yes, but that's behind you now, Gideon, isn't it?
Didn't give him a lobotomy, did you?
He didn't need one.
Open my mind. The blue box. My blue box. Gallifrey. My home?
What's that, Gideon?
Oh, nothing.
Now then, Zebediah, we're going to begin the procedure. What we're going to do is record your psychic matrix onto the memory of the PSI machine here. Then we wipe your brain clean, put you on a life support machine, then I just remove your prefrontal lobes, and once everything's healed up nicely, your matrix will be fed back into your brain and you'll be back to normal.
Normal? You don't know what normal is.
Except, of course, you'll no longer have these aggressive tendencies and instincts that make you so unpleasant to be around. Gideon, please move away from the PSI machinery. It's very delicate.
My mind. Blue box. Mine now.
Okay, let's start it up.
No! You don't understand!
This is impossible. It's overloading. Gideon! Gideon, get back from it!
Understand?
This is impossible. It's overloading. Gideon! Gideon, get back from it!
Walking without fear, but still optimized. Every nerve, every synapse, every ganglion, but yet walking without fear towards a goal, unknowable, unnameable, unimaginable, without fear, but with a certain understandable trepidation. And as I walked, it seemed I saw the likeness of 4 living creatures, and every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings, and the soles of their feet sparkled like the color of burnished brass, as they kept walking, without fear, but with understandable trepidation, because as everyone knows, the toga.
Rage, burn, swarm in the Andean, swarm in the bloodstream, kisses of acid, drown in the sweetness, drown in the ocean, panic in the streets, scream, sting, gem-encrusted serpent, born like a hunter.
Look at me. No, really, it's all right. You can look.
Who are you?
Doctor, help me!
Charlie. Yes, now I remember. Where are you?
Over here, Doctor! Hurry! 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 Hurry!
How's it going, girlfriend?
A bit strange, really. I met the man in charge.
The one who was on the TV just now?
Probably. Him, there. Who is he?
No idea. I know who would, though.
Friends, brothers in Lucifer, citizens of heaven, enjoy yourselves for a while with the pretty little satin bottoms. I shall return to y'all shortly.
Now, where's he off to?
My thoughts entirely. We should... Hey, get your hands off me!
Haven't you heard about female emancipation? Men and women coexisting as equals with mutual respect and... Oh, you beast!
Oh, shoot.
Now then, young lady, it's my job to whip you into shape.
I think I may have got us into trouble.
Hold still while we look at that pretty white back before it gets real red.
Right! Now you've gone too far!
Woe to the evil ones. Sveti Piotr, Sveti Piotr, Sveti Piotr, empower me!
What?
Aw, shoot. Now it looks like the gentlemen are too overcome to play anymore. Well, come on, girls. The exit is that way.
Becky Lee?
Yep.
Did I miss something? I mean, 1 minute they're ganging up on us, the next you're mumbling and they're flying about like they're on circus wires and hitting things like walls and each other and the floor and I think I'm going to be rather unwell.
Woe to the evil one who assails the servant of St. Peter, for he shall fight that which he most fears. Power has been granted to me, Charlie, to look into the souls of those who seek harm.
Really? And
I see their greatest fear and turn it against them. I triumph as the wicked defeat themselves.
And so you're not human?
I'm as human as you, Charlie. You are human, aren't you?
Oh, rather.
What I used on these Hellfire Clubbers is a mental technique devised by my people eons ago.
Your people?
Later, right? I think we should follow the others' lead and get the hell out of here, yeah?
Can I just gather up my clothes from our room, please? I don't fancy running through the streets here with only a, well, negligee on.
Good call, girlfriend. Grab mine, too. I want to have a quick nosy around here. In fact, right over there. Hello. If I'm not mistaken, I see a camcorder.
Who's there? Look here. Are you all right? What on earth are you doing?
Leave me be. Don't carry me back to hell. I'm awfully trepidatious about hell, you know.
It's you, Zebediah Doe. Now, shall we just get you out from these dustbins before you get carried away for recycling?
Ew. I know you don't, Ty. We're friends.
That's right, old chap. Since this morning at the Institute, we're practically childhood sweethearts.
But we're in danger, by the by. Terrible danger, both of us. Listen, these streets full of demons, you know, I've seen them. I think they're after me, but if they catch you...
That's all right, old chap. You stay with me. I've dealt with demons before, you know.
You have? Oh, yes, you have.
There he is. To me. To me.
Oh, marvelous.
Bless my soul. They are demons, too.
Pollard! My name is Charlotte Pollard. Oh, now where did that spring up from?
Probably because you weren't trying to remember.
Oh, how nice. Well, if anything pops up again, I'll tell you. Now, why don't you tell me something?
Such as?
What you did back at the Hellfire Club to those awful men.
Ah, right. Honey, you see before you the American representative of the ancient order of St. Peter, founded back in the 16th century to deal with supernatural evil in Eastern Europe, vampires mostly.
I read Dracula once.
Yes, very good. The last recorded incident with a European vampire was in Poland, 1976. The order chased it to the Atlantic, where it escaped on a jet to the US of A. 2 priests followed, tracked it down to my hometown, and destroyed it. But one of the priests was so alarmed by the amount of supernatural evil in the States, he opted to hang around and founded a chapter here. And then, a little later, he founded me.
Gosh, my father's only a stockbroker.
Here we are. Come on! Come on! Wake up time!
Just you stop that racket, you hooligans! Before I empty what's in this pot over your fool heads and tan my hide. Becky Lee?
Well, hi there, Grandpappy. How's about you put your teeth in and say hello to my friend Charlie? Charlie, meet Senator Waldo Pickering.
Hello?
Try and keep up, man. They're almost upon us.
I can't. I'm sorry I'm too weak.
This way. Blast!
A dead end. I never realized what an appropriate term that could be.
And I said I know what I want. I knew all along, but you must expect some trepidation.
That's it. Help him up. Put him back in the cells.
I came as soon as I got your call, Dale, and what's wrong with Crane? I thought you said he was cured.
Mr. Dashwood, sir, thank heavens you're here.
What happened?
He was too close to the PSI machine when it malfunctioned.
Malfunctioned? How can it have malfunctioned, Dr. Pajita?
The technicians can't understand it either.
Well, why was Crane so close to it anyway?
He was behaving weirdly, actually, sir. Abnormally interested in the brain patterns of the other patient. As he was beside the PSI machine, he got caught in some kind of energy blowback.
And your patient escaped in the confusion. This is not good enough, Dale. You ought to remember no one is indispensable within this organization, and that includes you.
But Brigham, after all we've meant to each other, surely you don't mean...
You know I won't tolerate failure. I'm sorry, Dale. It's been a bizarre evening. Anyway, poor Zebediah won't get far on the way here. I set hell on his tail.
Truth to tell, Brigham, I'd rather he wasn't killed.
Compassion, Dale? You're not really turning into one of the good little sisters of our fair church?
Actually, sir, it has more to do with the PSI machine. The technicians believe that his psychic matrix overloaded the PSI memory.
Oh, Dale, that can't happen unless
he has a mental capacity far in excess of an ordinary human. He might be a genius, sir. Or he might be...
Not of this earthly home of ours. In which case he's too darn valuable to lose. Oh, shoot! You'll like this, Dale. Nemar eva denarof. Yerogeti dena. Riwap ethe modnik. Ete sinithrof. Modnik. Dewala nevea sit. There you are, Marcosius.
At your service, master.
Call your demons off right away.
Even as they close in on their prey, ready to rend them limb from limb.
Now!
Here they come! Brace yourself for...
Where did they go?
Well, I'll be...
What do you think? Were they even really here? Are we really here?
How terribly existentialist of you, Zebediah.
My name isn't Zebediah. It's...
Whatever. Time to get you to safety, I believe. Let's see if we can find a taxi.
Where will we go? Do you really know somewhere safe?
Safest place there is, unfortunately.
Repairs seem to be complete, Brigham.
Excellent, Dale, my dear. Any news on
Oh. You seem to have mislaid one of your patients, Mr. Dashwood. Thought I'd bring him home.
Not here, anywhere but here. All roads lead to hell here.
Orderlies, help Zebediah back to his cell.
Yes, Dr. Pajita.
No, you don't understand. You're all in terrible danger. No!
Thank you, Mr. Lethbridge Stewart. From everyone here.
Surely. Much appreciated, my friend.
I presume there'll be an inquiry. After all, can't have patients running amok around town, can we?
Indeed not. Full inquiry, I'm sure.
Strange chap, that one. If it's all right, I may pop back again tomorrow to check up on him. Fellow interests me.
No problem, Mr. Lethbridge Stewart. Tomorrow, anytime. But for now, good night.
Yes, adieu. Good night.
Yes. Fellow interests all of us. As do you, my friend, as do you.
Now, girls, what brings you to an aged senator's home in the middle of the night?
Charlie and I have had an unpleasant experience.
Rather.
Grandpappy, I know you don't approve of what I do, but you're the only one who really understands about the Order of St. Peter.
Hippie 60s mumbo-jumbo.
Before he died, Dad set up a nationwide grapevine amongst the other Eastern European immigrants.
Is that why you're here? They told you something?
Exactly. The other day, I got a message from one. Said there were people in this place conjuring up demons.
Demons? Here? Don't surprise me none, though. Bet I know who's behind it.
Senator Pickering, what do you know of the Hellfire Club?
What in tarnation is a Hellfire Club?
That's where we escaped from. Look, does this museum of a house have a VCR? Or is that too modern for you?
Happens I do have a video recorder. And what's even more amazing is that it's there, right by that other modern monster. A TV set.
TV? What's that?
Hey, English, Becky Lee. Or from the moon.
Not sure. Possibly both. Watch this. Took this tape from a camcorder in the Hellfire Club.
Shoot!
Do you recognize any of those men?
Recognize them? Sure I do. Half the guys that run this newfangled state are there doing, well, whatever they're doing.
Thought as much. Whoever runs the club would be in a position to blackmail just about anything out of anyone with a video like this.
Golly, this is clever. Just like the scanner in...
Damn it. Charlie, there's nothing of the guy in charge.
Well, it'd be awfully silly if he wanted to blackmail people, but he was on the same tape.
Ha! Girl should be a politician. She thinks like one.
But he was there. Charlie spoke to him. Tall, fat, self-satisfied overachiever in an electric blue suit.
Hot tickety! Tell me, did he have a big flesh wart just about there?
Oh, yes. The hideous thing.
Guess you know who he is, then.
You bet I do. Yee-haw! Just wait till the morning. I'm gonna take this tape and use it where it'll do all the good in the world. Now, you girls get some sleep. Tomorrow could be a real busy day.
Have to report personal sighting of non-human elements on streets of local town. Description: 2 meters tall, winged, bright red skin, androgynous. Strongly suspect connection with activities at Dashwood Institute. Advise you to send team to assist investigation. Over. Still awaiting evidence of misuse of PSI 895. Oh, for heaven's sake. No such evidence currently available. Over. Concentrate exclusively on assignment as laid out. Demons of no interest to HM government. Out. Well, thank you very much, Secretary. Hope you find one in your jacuzzi.
I thought they let you out, Mr. Crane.
A misunderstanding. I'll be free again soon. How was your brief respite from this den of sin?
I don't really remember. Oh, I have to get out. I don't belong here.
No, of course you don't. You think you belong out there, don't you? Amongst the stars. You're a... what is it? Time master from the planet Chardonnay?
No, it's Gallifrey. Yes, Gallifrey. It's coming back to me. Maybe that PSI machine has done me some good. It's all jumbled up, but it's definitely in there.
Gallifrey, right. And this is the 21st century, which makes you Buck Rogers. So, Buck, if you're so powerful and alien, how come we're still in these cells?
I've escaped from tougher places than this. At least I think I have. What about you?
Oh, me too. Lots of times.
You don't believe me. Humoring me. You think I'm
deranged? Yes. I mean, really, old man. Alien planets, metal monsters, day trips through black holes, vortisaurs. No, I think you live in a make-believe universe.
I know what reality is.
A man I met once told me everybody lives with their own personal reality. If my reality agrees with yours, we say we're both sane. If it doesn't, one of us is mad. Or both. Who can tell?
I can prove it.
If we can get back to the alley where we first met.
Howling at the moon. Why was I howling at the moon? Anyway, if we could get back there, I'll show you.
The TARDIS?
That's right, the TARDIS. I never mentioned the TARDIS before. How did you know about the TARDIS?
Yes. How indeed.
I won't ask how this tape came into your possession, Senator.
Let's just say via family connection. Well now, Brigham Elijah, reckon your political career's just suffered a major setback, wouldn't you?
I'm sure I don't follow, Senator. There's nothing on that lurid tape that can be linked to me.
Oh, come, Dashwood. If I can make that little magic lantern show public, all of them businessmen and politicians and officials, well, they'll find themselves in the National Enquirer in hours. Do you think they'll keep stubborn about you? They won't be falling over themselves to do any deals they can to save their hides?
You have a point, Waldo. More coffee? Now, tell me, what's your price?
Nothing you can't afford, Dashwood. All you gotta do is announce you're no longer running for governor of Malabosia.
And then, of course, I endorse your candidature. Sugar?
And this here videotape is never seen again.
Senator, when you die, and please may that be soon, you're so crooked they'll have to screw you into the ground. Well, it'd ill befit a man of God like me to be a bad loser. And now, Senator, if you'll permit me a little indulgence, some music to sweeten the sourness of the atmosphere. Is this to your taste, my friend?
Sounds awful.
You know, I think I'd have been happier in the 18th century than today. That's when my ancestors crossed the Atlantic to help form this great nation of ours. We Dashwoods already had the habit of government. Sir Francis Dashwood, that's him up there, just above the fireplace. He was Chancellor of the Exchequer during George III's reign.
Is that so?
A wonderful man, old Francis. Oh, well. Back to this sordid little world and its sordid little people. I'll write a statement about your videotape this afternoon. How was the coffee?
Tasted foul.
Well, that'd be the little something extra that I added.
What? I can't move. You vomit! You...
No, Senator, you. You are a far greater fool than even I thought. Dale, my dear, could you arrange a collection from my house? The poor senator has requested to pay us another visit. A much, much longer one than before.
Go to hell!
You before me, you cretin.
What are you doing? Making breakfast. Or lunch. Whatever's nearer by the time my grandfather gets back. You look like you've seen a ghost.
Becky Lee, I can remember everything. It's come back to me.
Okay, what can you remember?
Fire, a big crash. Have you ever heard of the R-101?
No. Was it a bus? No, hold on. An airship, right? Hundreds of years ago.
1930. It crashed. I was aboard it, but I wasn't.
Okay.
I can see the flames in my mind's eye, feel them as everything crashed around us, dying. But I wasn't actually there. I was flying on the back of Ramsay to the TARDIS.
Ramsay?
A Vortizor.
I'm losing the plot, honey.
A sort of dinosaur bird thing.
And then again, maybe there isn't a plot.
We left Earth in the TARDIS. We've been on spaceships to Venice in the future, to other planets, other worlds. But there's something else. Something missing.
What? What is missing?
The Doctor! Where's the Doctor?
Brothers in Lucifer, fellow club members, citizens of hell, I have called this extraordinary meeting to deal with the sudden crisis we face. Those of you present last night witnessed the mysterious force that has put several of our brothers in hospital and allowed our pretty little satin bottoms to avail themselves of the night. I suspect this was only the first move by our unknown foe. While that occurred, however, this very laboratory was plagued by another bizarre experience.
citizens of the Hellfire Club, I suggest to you that, as of last night, we should consider ourselves standing at the dawn of war.
War? With?
War to the knife. War to the death. Be it the death of our enemies or even our own ultimate destruction. And brothers, I do believe we can avoid such destruction. I believe we will prevail. But should we fail, brothers in Lucifer, we will go down to perdition unless each and every one of you is ready to give that one thing without which no war can be won. Loyalty.
Loyalty, everyone. Loyalty to Mr. Dashwood. Loyalty to Lucifer. Mr. Dashwood will save our souls. Believe in him.
See it off. Modnik. Wala nere Sith. Behold our savior. Brothers, allow me to introduce Marcosius.
Why have you summoned me, Master?
Is the PSI machine repaired?
Just about, Mr. Dashwood.
Just about will do for now, Dr. Podgeta. All right, if you would be so kind.
He's regaining consciousness, Mr. Dashwood, sir.
What's going on? Holy!
Not really, Waldo. Brothers in Lucifer, Marcosius has a new home.
Indeed.
Dale, the machine, if you please.
Primitive but effective.
Hey, who the heck are you? No! Stay back! Untie me, Dashwood! Untie me!
What a pathetic body! Am I supposed to coexist in this for long?
No, my friend. Coexistence is unnecessary. We don't need Walter Pickering anymore, just his form. It is your body now. Do with it as you will.
It will take some getting used to. However, I think I can master this.
What do I have to do, Master?
Win a war for us before it really begins.
Something rather extraordinary must be happening back in the lab. I can feel it in the air. So can they.
Gallifrey. I come from the planet Gallifrey. I know I do. I'm sure I do. I'm a Time Lord. And I'm in my 8th regenerative state. My vessel is the TARDIS. An acronym for time and region. No. Time and causative. No. What's happening to my head?
You're getting there, aren't you, old man? With each passing moment, the truth gets harder to deny. And that truth is that you are a madman, Zebediah.
Doctor, my name is the Doctor. I remember.
A common or garden psychopath adopting a professional state rather than a name. How schizoid is that, Doctor?
If I'm not mad, I soon will be with you going on all the time.
Oh, let's face it. Have you been acting sanely since we were brought in? A sane man would have behaved in a calm, rational manner. Made the orderlies and Dr. Podgeta realize he didn't belong here. He wouldn't have howled at the moon. Or claimed to have seen demons in the streets. Now you suggest that not only are you sane and rational, but superlatively intelligent, a Time Lord? I don't think so.
Can it be true? The TARDIS? Gallifrey? Charlie? Ramsey? All fantasy. Something I've dreamt up to justify my problems? No, I won't accept that. I reject your claims, and I claim my identity. I know who I am.
No, Doctor, all you know is that you are cogito ergo sum. But as to what we are, that's something we have to take on trust, courtesy of memories which could be false and impressions which could be illusory.
But then please tell me, who am I?
Way behind on points, and it's time to start kicking some serious demon butt. You in, Charlie?
Yes, so long as we can find the Doctor.
Seems a good idea to me. Maybe he can help. Now, where am I going to rustle up some demon spawn to hurt?
Hi there, girls. Hey, Charlie. You don't look so good. Didn't you sleep well?
Good morning, Senator. No, not really.
Why don't you go back to bed? Rest a while. Let me fix you up some of my finest posset.
Well, Becky Lee and I were...
Hey, Grandpappy's right. Get a couple more hours. If you're good, he'll come up and read you a story.
All right. If you're sure.
I'm sure.
Thank you. Both of you.
And what are you up to, young lady?
You seem awfully bright this morning, Grandpappy. Things with the videotape go well?
Better than well, Becky Lee. Just about perfect, in fact. But you'll just have to wait a while before you find out how well. So no more interrogations.
Oh, I can handle suspense. Tell me something, though. Have you noticed any new arrivals in town over the last couple of days? Apart from me and Charlie. In particular, any Brits?
You know, I can help you there. A guy by the name of Lethbridge Stewart, that's it. Lethbridge Stewart from England. Part of the succession party. Real nice guy. Could be he's your man. Most likely you'll find him at the Friendly Inn Motel on Tennyson Boulevard.
Well, wow. Thanks, Grandpappy. I'll head over there. High time I got into evil combating mode. Bye now.
Bye now, Becky Lee.
Now to taste the delights of human flesh.
I am the Doctor. I am the Doctor!
And what is the Doctor? Can you tell me that? A bicardial biped of Gallifrey, a spatio-temporal rolling stone who's had more faces than a dog has had fleas. A wide-eyed idealist who renounced his Time Lord heritage centuries ago out of some misplaced revolutionary fervor and has never since had the maturity
Wait! How do you know that, Gideon? I've never told that to anybody.
Charlie, Sam, Ace, Evelyn, Nissa, Romana, Sarah Jane, Jamie, Polly, Ian, Barbara, and Susan. Dear, dear Susan.
How? How do you know all this?
I know everything there is to know about these matters. Haven't you worked it out yet? You aren't the Doctor, my poor, mad, confused friend. No. I am. The Doctor, my poor, mad, confused friend. No. I am.
You're the Doctor. Don't be ridiculous. You're Gideon Crane. I heard you tell them.
But I can understand your perplexity, old man, so don't worry. How do you think I felt when I woke up the other morning and found the chap in the compartment next to me was announcing to all and sundry that he was me?
Why didn't you protest before? Why that business in the laboratory?
Oh, what do you think? I want out of this place, this asylum. I was hardly going to tell the authorities to ignore what you were saying because I was really the Time Lord from outer space. No, I engaged my brain before activating my voice. I came up with a nom de plume, Gideon Crane of the London Torch, and a cover story that I was here to follow this state's emergence as the USA's 51st. Then, once I'd convinced them I was sane, I knew they'd let me go. So, if you're me, if you're the Doctor, you explain why you didn't do that, eh?
Oh, no. Surely it's your job to convince me why. If I'm not the Doctor, I think I am.
That's easy, old man. You're insane.
Oh, gosh, who's that? Hello? I'm just going to sleep. Senator Pickering! That's an unusual way of entering a lady's boudoir.
Ha! Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Hold still, little girl. I won't take long to kill you.
Charming!
No more than an hour or two, honest.
You're not Becky Lee's grandfather, I take it.
You think? Let's see. I smash doors down. I enter young ladies' bedrooms. I want to kill you. Nope, I guess I'm not him. Hey, that was a gift from Becky Lee's mom. Used to keep good time, too.
You beast!
Yep. Oh, and if I can do that to a door, I don't think a chair is really going to slow me down, do you?
It's not for you. Ah!
You young varmint! Now, just come back here now, you hear me?
I wonder how far I could jump and chase her before this body's heart went bang. No, better not risk it.
Message timed 12:14 EST. Nothing to report since this AM. Will shortly attempt to gain re-admittance to... Hang on! Hello? May I help you?
Hiya. I'm not selling anything.
Of course not.
I'm here on behalf of Charlie Pollard.
Never heard of him. Awfully sorry, I don't follow much American TV or pop music.
It is Dr. Lethbridge Stewart, isn't it?
I'm not a doctor, no.
Oh. Seen any demons recently?
I think perhaps you should come in, young lady. Miss,
Just call me Becky Lee.
All right. All right. Charlie, that's not Waldo Pickering. I better warn Becky Lee. But where is she now? Oh, and how far am I going to get in this night dress and no slippers? Ow! Of course. The TARDIS. If I can find the TARDIS... I remember it landing. Oh, where? It was dark. And there was a face on the scanner. And I woke up in that awful room with Becky Lee and those other poor girls. Ow! Maybe I should try and find that. See if I can jog my memory and retrace my steps.
Are you sure you know how to drive this machine?
Sure I do!
The alley's just around here.
This one?
Yes. Oh. I must get one of these for Doris.
Can't see any demons now. Wait here.
All right. Are you sure you're all right?
Been fighting demons for years. Perfectly safe. Oh.
Hold on. I'm coming. I'm...
No, I'm fine. That's very odd. You know, there's a big blue...
What I don't understand is how you got involved.
Me and Charlie got picked up and taken to the Hellfire Club, where some mad woman called Pargita said we were to become the pretty little satin bottoms.
Pargita? What, Dr. Pargita? Why do all roads lead to the Dashwood Institute, I wonder?
Never mind me. What about you? You said something about the United Nations, yeah?
Yes, got brought in undercover to explore the Dashwood Institute. When we brought our version of their PSI machine online, there was an almighty ruckus from the government's Doomwatch think tanks. They claimed it could be used to bring in eugenics by the back door, that a man's psychic matrix could be transferred to an electronic memory.
I see. No, I don't. What's the problem?
Well, when they returned the memories to the host, they could have edited them, taken away the elements that made them undesirable. Designer brains. That's the buzzword they're using in Whitehall.
So you got sent over here to scout around?
And although I can't prove it, that institute has something more going on than just the PSI experiments on some unfortunate patients. I just can't prove anything. And now I... Hello, are you listening?
Mr. Lethbridge Stewart, look here. There's sulfur deposits and scorch marks on the side of the alley. You were right. Genuine manifestations. No projections or illusions here.
Oh, well, thank you for endorsing what I saw. So nice to be believed.
But if you're not Charlie's friend, I wonder who is.
Charlie's friend? Well, who might that be?
Someone she came here with. A Brit. She calls him a doctor.
Doctor? But no, that's too much of a coincidence.
What is?
I knew a man who called himself the Doctor. If he were here, he could help us. Where's this Charlie from?
Somewhere between England and Mars, I think. She might be a bit mad. She didn't know what television was.
Perfect. Sounds like the Doctor's type.
You mean when she said she was from 1930, she meant it?
Probably. Right, come on then.
And just where are we going now?
The Institute, of course. There was a man there, posing as a journalist. Gideon Crane, he said his name was. I should have realized it. He tried to tell me he was the Doctor. Said he knew me. And those demons that chased me and that other fellow... Oh, just the sort of thing the Doctor would be mixed up with.
So, the Institute, yeah?
One other thing, though, Miss Kowalczyk.
What's that?
I'll drive your motorized beast this time.
Hey!
The way I see it is this. Now, tell me, Doctor, if you still insist on my name.
Yes, I most certainly do.
As you wish. Now, do you remember arriving in America at all?
Yes.
How?
By, all right, no.
You and Charlie had just left Venice. Lovely big party, got a bit wet on the canals, yes? And when we got back to the TARDIS, you decided it was time to see an old friend here in the States. Grace, yes?
Grace?
So, after setting the coordinates, you and Charlie decided there was one other thing to do first.
So I said to Lincoln,